All right, friends, welcome to the Super Metroid map Rando Winter 2026 tournament. We have a great match here between Spiffy and Oats. This is going to be the lower bracket round 6. And loser's going home today. But yeah, we have item draft first round, and with me on comms is Emmett. Emmett, how you doing?
Hello. Doing well. And yeah, the loser does, well, they do go home, but they get sent into the silver bracket, I think, still. So they still will have one last chance. I think this is the very last round where you can still play it out in the other bracket. But Spiffy versus Oats, starting with Plasma and Screw. These items, I would say, probably won't influence any sort of crazy starting logic. I don't think oh, we might get pit room or like top left of shift or something, right? So maybe a little bit more tame in terms of like altering the logic, but we'll see. I do think Screw too, like once Screw and space to jump, then it's pretty good for Oats. I think anytime I think of like easy movement, I definitely think of like Oats having a little bit of an advantage. But here we go, Main Street off the bat, and look at that, Oats going second door and Spiffy going first door.
Okay, so Oats immediately going to the top door. That is and right here, it's a benefit to Oats. So one of the cool things I would say that's a slightly better play from Oats. And as you can see, immediately getting the Morph plus high jump, right? But one of the reasons why you would maybe pick the top door as opposed to the lower door is because getting to that top door, depending on what the previous door is considered something to be in hard logic, right? And the way that tricky item progression tends to work is it will try to put things in the hardest possible locations, aka something behind a hard logic trick. So Spiffy, just jumping through, didn't have the momentum, checks the right door, immediately resets, decides to check the top door after seeing Morph, but Oats immediately jumping to the top, gets that Morph, and just has a little bit of lead now.
Sorry, my internet cut out there, but I did see that Oats got Morph a little bit earlier by taking that second door first. I am back, but let's see. Okay, finding the Phantoon E-Tank room. They have high jump, right? So this is no problem.
Yep. So immediately getting that X-ray, yeah.
We've gotten the banned item.
All right, so Spiffy is going to be heading back to the right. Now, if I'm Spiffy and Oats, or if I'm Spiffy right here and I just picked up the X-ray, it looks like he got a little bit ahead, right? I would probably take this directly back to high jump. So let's see if Oats does the same thing, right? But the reason why is because they don't currently have any
logic, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be a filler E-Tank, right? They can't go to the bottom right because they don't have a way back through the gate. They can't even green gate glitch, right? But the moment you get, this is a very sneaky thing that can happen in hard logic, but the moment you get screw attack plus X-ray, if you don't have any explosives, that actually puts the high jump boots E-Tank room in logic. So you see Spiffy immediately knows, right, is heading to the right. And I think Oats is also going to realize that this is the case.
Okay. Do you think Oats will? Because I could imagine him taking it longer, but if there's not that many other options, then of course he'll go up anyways. But nope, he's got it. I was actually a little worried for Oats here because I think this is kind of a hard one to see a little bit.
It is, yep.
And actually, I would do what you taught me. I would do the Hadouken move there to jump through, which is the same as the big pink clip. But Oats making his way. I am glad that he spotted it. But yeah, Spiffy having a little bit of a lead here now.
Yep. So Spiffy did it the way that you should logically do it, but you're going to see Oats probably do it the way that we would all normally do it, which is we would do a movement which would allow us to clip. It's funny that
he's sort of struggling here a little bit.
That's actually funny that he's struggling with this because he literally knows how to do this. Yeah, so he actually just did it the way that is not in hard logic, right? But that's the way that we all know how to do it. So I think it just kind of messed with his mind a little bit. But yeah, Spiffy collecting the reserve and then heading back and is going to be moving on.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering, oh, dude, Oats is trying to flex, man, Mr. Big Shot. Not really. It's actually faster. You know, it's actually a little bit faster to do that. It's like very fluid. He just had a little bit of a hiccup there.
Yeah, this is a really, really. I'm gonna be honest. If you're new to hard tricky, right, you should probably play this seed because we're getting all the kind of more difficult stuff that's in logic, right? So this ice, now that they have ice, this climb is actually in logic. One of the big tips I can give is you're gonna see Spiffy try to do a UWJ, which not gonna really work right now, right? But one of the,
I'm a little surprised that Spiffy was not only struggling but doing some trying to attempt like kind of rough setups. I don't know. That sort of surprises me. But yeah.
So this is my preferred way to do it is just like freezing the fish in a way that works out like that. I think it's just kind of straightforward. But the typical way that you do it is going to be you freeze the fish more on the right side when the fish is actually lower. By the way, every time the fish cycles, he gets a little bit lower. So every subsequent attempt will be a little bit easier, right?
Oh, but wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But oh, wow, immediately getting locked out. That's kind of surprising. But the key thing here, so you can see Oats is also doing a wall jump tech, right? The key thing is that when you get to the fish, you need to be rubbing up against it and holding up against it. If you do that, every frame, Samus actually gets pushed up 1 pixel. It's kind of like arm pumping upwards almost, right? So it's very important that you get right up against the fish right away and hold up against it so that you get that little extra boost where you can maybe then down grab it. But this is this is definitely in hard logic. It's just a little tricky, and it's definitely also a red herring because they got that ice, and this is not where they're supposed to go yet.
Oats having a lot of trouble with the ice climb, which actually isn't hard tricky, and decides to do like the beyond plus setting UWJ to get up, so or whatever the setting is. But he's going to be a little disappointed here, and he did spend maybe a little bit longer than Spiffy, an instant dead end. But hopefully it doesn't rattle either of them. I would think though, you know, in a high level race where you're racing against Spiffy or Spiffy's racing against Oats, doing all that and then like losing time when you could have done something else, it might rattle you a little bit. Maybe not you, Eddie, because you got that iron will, but us mere mortals will be slightly rattled. Like you just have to be a little rattled because you spend so much time doing something that leads to nothing. It just hurts because easily your opponent could have not done that.
Yep, this is actually really funny. So like, yeah, definitely. I do feel like both these players should understand that like the most obvious thing when you get ice is to go back to Main Street. So personally, like you said, I wouldn't be too rattled because I would have a lot of confidence that both of these players would have done the same thing as me, right? Now, the funny thing is the same thing is happening right here, right? Now you see this room, you're like, oh, this is why we needed ice, right? Because it was water room to water room, no gravity jump to get up there. We use ice to get up there, right? And it's another red herring because there's another red door at the top. So you actually go to the right here and get your missile back, which is like a little wild, but yeah, it looks like progression is going to be over here on the right. Spiffy got himself a missile. And that seems to be the case for now. I think the reason why is because you did get that X-ray, right? But along with the moment you got high jump, this missile was accessible, right?
Right.
So I would still be extremely suspicious about the 2 red doors that they came across. Both the one up here, which I would check, so I think Spiffy's gonna go back and immediately check the top of this, and then if this blanks out, I would probably go reclimb Main Street again, because I'd be extremely suspicious about that. Now, once again, I didn't really see exactly where the map was, but
it's actually
that's another option as well.
It's to the right of this pink door. So
got it. Okay.
This pink door here is way more. They're very, very incentivized to go to this top right. I mean, yeah, they know about Main Street. They know that pink door is there, and it is definitely possible. But you got to just head towards this map. When you have multiple options.
Yep. All right, so there also is an item in this heat room, but they don't quite have the health to do this in a pretty efficient way, so they're gonna head over to the right, not even bother checking because that's gonna take too much health.
Just like that, Oats catches up because look, that was a sort of finicky like little room there, and Oats catching up nearly instantly, just having a little less trouble on that ice climb, and they're completely synced now. Oh wow, check this out. Okay. Whew.
So options in Norfair, my immediate thought would be to not think too hard and go climb Main Street. There was a power bomb at the top of Main Street that is now accessible. I didn't quite see what else was up there, but it really feels that now that we have ice, this map is not progression, right? Map is nothing. Map is just it's just there for the player, but it's not considered anything, right? So what I believe Ice probably has gotten us is that power bomb that's going to be at the top of Main Street, through some heat and through some farm. So that's where I would immediately go, and then I would probably just pause again to check the map and then see what my next play is after that.
Because we have high jump and ice, do you think either runner is thinking about this loop with N? Because I think Oats sometimes has this strategy of like, okay, N might just loop within itself into C, and then I get that major on the right. So I'm wondering if my read on Oats is that he'll do something like that, but we'll see.
He is going down, and the high jump and ice actually does put that right side of the sand pit in logic. I feel like I would personally go get the power bomb that I know is like now just in logic, but I could see maybe taking another path here. We'll see what he does. He clearly decided to sink over here and is gonna grab these 2 missiles. Let's see if he heads over to the right.
Spiffy just gonna go for a jump here, or is he gonna actually commit to N as well? Let's see. Yep, he's just gonna go back right up.
Yep, that is the LN elevator hell run. So going down there would be pretty risky. So
oh wait, Eddie, they can't go up, right? Oh no, sorry. There is that X, yeah, the guaranteed power bomb.
Yep. Oh, Spiffy's committing to this. Okay, this is gonna be a hell run. I think he's gonna pause maybe and dash to the right, or oh, maybe he accidentally pressed down.
I'm wondering, or honestly, he probably just saw heat and bailed. Like, yeah, you can just go down and go right, but if you go into another heat room, you're kind of toast, right? So yeah, he probably needed to save first before doing that anyways.
The caution tape did show, you could deduce what room it is because of the caution tape, so I'd be a little surprised if he didn't know. I think he might have just thought like, oh, I need to save. Yeah. But I think now he's going up. Maybe I think he just had a change of heart here. And Oats is also going to go up to get this power bomb as well. Okay, so let's see how well they do this.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of it's cool because, you know, this is a little bit of a big deal seeing how, oh, nice. Spiffy gets it on that right side, and Oats actually does the freeze with the wall jump. So they both perform much better here. And sorry if I sound like a robot. You know, I have Google Fiber and it's windy out, so naturally my internet starts cutting out.
You do sound good to me. So Oats does have the extra missiles, which I think were not logical because he used break free. Spiffy's gonna have to farm a little bit. There are other bugs in here that he can farm, but he might have to refresh the room a few times, whereas Oats is gonna have a little bit extra.
Yep. And
this is also a farm room. This is going to be the speed booster bugs,
which actually proves very useful. This is, you know, early resources can be a bit of a hassle, especially like, you know, only in 5 bombs or only 5 missiles or 5 power bombs, and we're kind of seeing this pay a little dividends here. Oats going for the early missiles. That's pretty cool to see that pay off.
Yeah, I feel like personally I wouldn't have gotten them myself. But Spiffy did take a little bit of time, so Oats kind of caught up and is ahead with extra missiles. But it should soon enough become a little bit less important. But
oh, he kind of took a lot of damage there. I mean, totally fine. He'll be able to just heal up. You know, this is a farm room. Let's see. Okay, so they have power bombs now. So now you have to make a couple other decisions. Wait, this is a little spicy, huh? I guess you just probably go for that. Well, I guess you go for that major, but you don't really have you don't have a logical way of crossing moat, correct?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Both these players are more than capable of doing a CWJ, but with only 5 power bombs.
Yeah, you have limited,
if you mess up, and you have to use some power bombs to get there as well. I think you have to use at least 2 to get there. So it's a little sketchy, at least 2 from the point where Oats is, right? So is he going to commit? I don't know if he's thinking about how risky this is. Because look at this, there's 1 more power bomb. Oats has 1 try to get this CWJ.
Is he? Well, okay,
I don't think. Okay, so he didn't fully think. I think he paused and he's like, wait a second. Okay, I just have to nail this. So.
Oh, he said, what's he?
He's just gonna commit. He's gonna commit to it, and so is Spiffy.
Wow, okay.
I don't know if I like this. Okay, well, I mean, that's Oats. That's a key. All right. Well, let's see if Spiffy gets it.
Crazy. Wait,
Spiffy. Oh, Spiffy's got one more try here. So the moment you get through, you are gonna get your power bombs refilled. You will get the major, you'll be fine. But you have one more try. If I'm Spiffy, I re-enter the room because I want the 2-frame chance. I don't want this 1-framer into 1-framer. But we'll see if he gets it. Okay.
Oh my goodness, he's so clutch. That is actually incredibly clutch by both runners because this is a bit risky. Oh
yeah, they lose everything if they fall there. So
charge, yeah, pretty good reward. I mean, especially actually with charge,
they have the plasma.
With ice plasma. Yeah, this is. Yeah. I was gonna joke about how charge, LOL, give me supers, but charge actually being a very good reward this seed, and they have to feel happy. I mean, what's funny is, again, the mental aspect of it. If I'm either runner, I'm thinking, oh, no way my opponent did this because, they're not insane. But yeah, they both did it. Eddie, what was where were they supposed to go? Was it actually N?
We got to look at the map a little bit more to see. I'm not quite sure yet. I only saw
heated up to Meridia and a little less heat in N, so I'm just a little bit confused here about where they were actually supposed to go, and maybe they were even confused, and that's why they just decided to go get the major, make a quick decision. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I would have done what they both did, but they both pulled it off. If I could have pulled it off, I would have done it, but I wouldn't have been. Because you lose so much time if you have to reset there.
With how little power bombs, it felt pretty rough. I don't know if I would have ever done that either. Not with 0 power bombs.
Yep.
Or 1, sorry.
Yep. Okay, so
bombs, of course, but yeah.
I'm looking over there. The Key Hunter shaft, even with screw, I don't think would be in logic quite yet with this amount of health. So if that's the case, it looks like getting through the sandhall might be. I'd have to look again, but it kind of looks like the sandhall may have been the play. Where is Oats going? He's getting a little confused because there is a farm to the right. So at the very least, he should do that.
I think, I don't blame him being a little confused here. I do want to see the map again. I want to see where they're supposed to be heading. But either way, it's pretty cool to see them both making basically the same decisions. I mean, Oats just made that little decision to get the missiles, but they're both playing pretty similarly, and they've been synced basically this whole time. I think people might not understand too how Spiffy's, again, anyone who's been a little less active lately, because there's been like 1,000+ races this season, and all the active players and all that, but Spiffy hasn't really been that active this season, right? I don't know if he has that many races at all.
Yeah, not as active as he has been in previous seasons. So, but clearly still pulling off all the stops. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, Spiffy's still so good. And the thing is, so Oats is doing this. I think it makes sense because you have screw attack, right? So this is like the idea.
So you can't farm the middle door, so this doesn't feel right. I'm kind of thinking, unless there was something else, it may have been.
There's a farm up here, but there's no way. Oh, come on, Oats.
Okay.
Little bit scary, but you do get a farm, you go M.
Okay, I will personally, now I wasn't sure how tight that would be, but if it looks like Oats made it pretty comfortably, right? So knowing that he made it pretty comfortably, I do like what Oats is doing. Spiffy is doing what he thinks is the logical play, because the sandhall, I think oddly enough, is not in logic in hard to get through with ice. I think that's in very hard. So that means that Spiffy is probably going the correct logical path.
Yeah.
Unless you have enough E-tanks to do what Oats is doing, which I don't think you'd have enough. We do have screw attack, but I'm not sure if this is enough health to get through from bottom to top in hard, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is probably what I would have ended up doing, what Spiffy did, but just because I was already thinking this might have been the logic just looking at the map, because there weren't really any E-tanks or anything. And I wouldn't think it, that one room would be in logic getting radio. But either way, pretty cool. We have a divergence here, and it's not really like a cheesy divergence. It's like, Spiffy's going to try to follow what he thinks is logic, and after talking with Oats, so I can see him thinking that was in logic. I think he thinks some hell runs are in logic with a little less because he's so capable, right? So like, I don't know, but
yeah. So my opinion here is if I were Oats, right, and I knew I could get there pretty confidently, I like what Oats did because that location
Sure.
is really close to you. You have to
Yep.
traverse down, even though the bottom isn't logic. I do like what Oats is doing. I think what Spiffy is doing is probably what's logic. But the problem is what's logic there is actually still kind of bad. And what the logic could be is you just go down, you get one E-tank, and then you have to go do what Oats did. So like if that's the case, yeah, and then it hurts.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh,
so
see, we're gonna start spiffing. Here we go.
Yeah, I think
he's not. Spiffy is not afraid of any of this kind of tech.
No, not at all. Spiffy's he does lots of insane seeds, so he knows how to do
Spiffy can
stuff.
actually like do anything.
Yep.
Spiffy is. This isn't that bad though. This one's pretty. You just have to wait for the high jump on the little worm.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
That's the annoying thing. Yeah.
But it is similar to if you have grab, right? So
yeah, the window just kind of sucks. Unfortunately, this little worm has to hop high, and Oats is gonna have to do a little crab climb if he wants this map. I don't know how comfortable he is with it, but I would do it myself. He has done something like this before, but I don't know if he's going to do it on the fly in a race when he hasn't done something like this in a while. And it looks like he's thinking, he's resetting. I think he's going down to Norfair. Yeah. And Spiffy might be able to do this if he has to unmorph when once he lands, and that's good. There we go. Gets the map.
Interesting. Okay, that's a little surprising. I actually thought he might do it, but I guess just hedging your losses too. If he made a decision pretty quick. He saw it, couldn't do it, or didn't want to do it.
I think he didn't want to do it. I think the thing is like I don't think it's something he's probably practiced in a long time. He's done it before. The best option there would have been to crab climb to the right and kill Phantoon and get the map. I think Oats understands that's probably the best option, but I think he has not done that probably in who knows how long. And so like the moment you get into a situation where you're like, oh, right, like I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. The last thing you want to do is spend 10 minutes doing that and failing a bunch, right? And literally just throwing away your game, right?
Right.
So I think Oats is just saying like, you know what, let's go and commit to what the other zone is probably. And that's where he's going. But unfortunately, that's going to make him fall behind Spiffy a little bit here. This seed feels a little bit tailor-made for Spiffy because had Spiffy gone up, I think Spiffy would have gotten the Phantoon kill because Spiffy, Nito, some other people, right, are like a generation of players. Spiffy's been around for a while, just a little more low-key, has done the speedrun, right? But I would consider them like a generation of players that kind of mostly played insane seeds and hard seed, like more than like way harder seeds than this, right? And so they're like playing down essentially onto a different one. So that kind of stuff is like Spiffy's bread and butter. Right. Whereas, you know, most of us, we just play a lot of like hard trickies. We do like the exact race modes, but this seems like a good seed for Spiffy. Yeah.
I mean, I do like the fact that, you know, Spiffy is getting rewarded for maybe taking the more logical play in a way. It is unfortunate that it didn't work out for Oats. I think people were trying to say that Oats couldn't get back. Honestly, I didn't really see. I was staring at Spiffy there.
You're right. That is the case. I forgot. He jumped down Everest. So you can't get back up there. I completely forgot. Yeah, so scratch what I said about killing Phantoon. That is kind of a big waste of time. Oats is instead preferring to go to Norfair rather than blinding, you know, the bottom of Everest or something like that.
He jumped into Everest from the top. So
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to get the map.
Yeah.
So instead of blinding whatever he can in Meridia, he's now choosing to go to Norfair. I like that play. In hindsight, I kind of didn't realize that he jumped down from Everest. So that scratch what I said earlier. He checked the middle door to see if there was like some kind of loop or connection, and then decided he didn't want to waste any more time, and now he's over here.
Yep. I mean, yeah. He did get good info. Like there is now he knows what items he might sort of need to do Phantoon, and if there are other zones that link up from Norfair, this is pretty rough.
Yeah, this is a bad spot to be in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he had a quick little reload, so it's not too bad, but just a little. It's more like compounding effects of like, man, my Meridia play didn't work out. I need to start moving, and then now I'm failing this ice clip. So. And it's kind of forcing him to bail or do other things because he's like, well, I don't really like this. And
There it is.
oh,
There it is.
well,
Yep.
wow.
So Spiffy.
That's exactly what. Yeah.
I do have to point something out. So Spiffy was, I think, planning on going to Norfair from this other entrance to try to get the map, right? Once he tried to climb up there to get through the pants room, and I think that proved to be fruitless for him, right? Oats, on the other hand, could not go through pants room, right? And then sort of decided like, okay, I'm gonna start blinding here a little bit, which, from what we've seen so far, did seem like that would be the case. I don't know why Oats is doing this.
So
he doesn't have.
He can't do this. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't do this.
You see his face. Yeah, he realizes.
Yeah, he's
don't know if
smiling a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is gonna be hard to get back.
Okay, he's gonna go back for the clip. I was like, wait.
No, he's.
Okay,
I think he's. Oh, he's trying to do this. Okay, no, he's got a. Okay. Oh, he has the grapple. He has the grapple. Okay, I was gonna say he needs to keep the grapple here.
Yeah, he has to keep grapple. I'm a little confused. Does he not know that you can like do that clip relatively reasonably? I wonder.
He had 30 HP, and then he took a hit from the worm, and then he was like basically dead. So he decided to bail on that basically.
No, I know. And then he saved, then he got grapple, and then he was full. But yeah, I guess he's just gonna bail. I mean, you can go the other route too. I think that's totally fine. Okay, now Spiffy is going to find this grapple as well.
Yep. So this is interesting because like if I'm Oats at this point, I would seriously consider taking the grapple back to Phantoon.
Yes,
he's in a really dicey situation. Now Spiffy does not know because he didn't go up to the hell run, right? Spiffy does not know that where Everest is at all. Yeah, right. So like, this is interesting. This is something that Spiffy can do. If you stand on the perfect pixel, it's not hard. You just have to stand on the right pixel. A charge shot actually goes through with plasma, right? So there you go. And Spiffy's gonna microwave.
Very nice.
Meanwhile, Oats
is
Oats is in a really bad spot here. It's
not great.
He's gonna be farming this waiver for a really long time because he's really trying hard to get this Norfair map.
Yep.
And this isn't looking too hot for him. Now, we'll
not
see what's
unreasonable to bail here. I think to go back to Phantoon. Man, he's definitely having a rough go of it. This is a little more struggle than I'll say. I think there's a part of it too is whenever you make like big plays and lose time, I do think it can have an effect. I think it's having a little bit of effect on him. I think he's like, all right, I just got to go. You know, I just got to make moves, and he's just putting himself in kind of rough spots, and it's just rough spots in general. It's not hard. It's not easy to traverse here. Looks like he's going back for the clip. So Spiffy, by the way, got grapple and was like, well, who cares about this right now, right? Like, it doesn't do much. I mean, of course it's good because you don't have all your movement. You don't have grab, so you want sprint, grapple, ice, high jump. But yeah, right now Spiffy doesn't really have, you know, much use for it. And Spiffy now going for this.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, Spiffy gonna make it. Oh,
he's gonna get hit there. Yeah.
My goodness, what an absolute scam.
Yeah, I knew the moment he shorted that last jump, he didn't have enough run speed. I knew he was gonna get hit by the lava snake, the Puromi. So it was close, but yeah, once you get through there, you're really close to the map. Oats is gonna now be able to clip this. Oh, it's not high enough, unfortunately.
Okay, but here's the reality. Oats probably starting to feel quite miserable. He's he's actually not even like behind realistically. He's one E-tank behind, and Spiffy found Spazer. Like, yes, realistically, he's not even behind, and now he's tied. And actually, he's full HP, so you can make the argument he's ahead.
Yep, and he has the Everest knowledge. He knows where to take this grapple potentially. So that's a big deal.
But you know he's not thinking that, and I do think these are gonna affect his decisions. Like, he might just start trying to go, and Spiffy might not be feeling great either. He's like, well, I just put all that time trying to get map and died and lost my items here.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, if I had to pick one who could potentially be more comfortable, I think Spiffy has a higher chance of being more comfortable, right? Because I think Spiffy knows that this seed is like kind of jank, and definitely plays to his strengths a little bit more as someone that plays like seeds where you have to do all these like weird map rando things that Oats has maybe a little bit less experience in, right? Right. But Oats has messed up a lot. right, at this point, right? From his perspective, I think Oats also understands that, well, you know, I guess, yeah, because they couldn't really do the Phantoon either, right? So Oats is going to take this back, and it looks like he's going to go for the Phantoon. He's cutting his losses on the, or are they both doing it?
I guess so, which is funny because it kind of puts Spiffy. Well, no, Spiffy's actually blinding to the left. I guess I'm a little surprised Spiffy didn't keep trying to go for the map. Cause
I am a little surprised too. Yeah,
because it was very clearly doable. He just like, you know, had one bad jump.
Yep.
And he just refilled the full and could have saved. So yeah, I'm a little surprised, and I kind of wish Spiffy went for the map, but yeah. But yeah,
I kind of wish Oats did too.
Yeah,
I kind of wish both of them did, but for Oats, I kind of feel like I can respect going for the map, but I can also respect immediately bailing with that grapple because you know that Phantoon and all that information just opened up. Spiffy is just trying to blind a solution essentially right here, which absolutely could, you know, result in something, but it feels like a lower value play here. But
it might even be the solution because it's kind of rough. I mean, we don't know yet. We don't have the information because, like, you know, we don't know how bad it is to do the next progression, and the next progression may very well be Phantoon.
So from my perspective, the reason why I said with Oats I would just bail instantly is from my perspective, it really feels like the progression is you have to blind that grapple, and then where do you use that grapple, right? And we saw Everest. So from my perspective, the moment I had gotten that grapple, I guess I understand going for the map, right? We did find an E-tank there, right, that we can get, and we also got the grapple. I'm pretty sure 3 tanks is enough to just put this in logic, right? So like from my perspective, it seems like a slam dunk go back to criteria and get that. But I could also, you know, you want to try to get the map if you can too, right? Which is what he did. So
I do think what I don't love is what unfolded, which is I think you either bail immediately or you like commit to the map, or and I don't like the idea that like he just struggled slightly so he like bailed, because I think he's now doing this because he feels like he's like behind, but I think it was just a good play in general to do off the rip. Yeah, because like he tried a bunch and then bailed, so I think he's like, I just got to go to Phantoon.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's fine. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, he kept dying. Right. Yeah.
Oh, he's in wreck ship. Is this?
He is in wreck ship. I guess
where's this?
Yeah, it is because look at his map. No fog of war, so like, you know, there's definitely this is new. This is interesting. Yeah. I guess
I don't know if
a different route to try to
I'm not sure if
maybe quicker. I don't know.
I'm not sure if you have to break logic or anything to get here, but I personally would have liked Phantoon right away. But this is interesting. Grapple. It might seem on paper that Grapple gets us this, but you're not 100%. You're not 100% sure on that because with high jump and ice, as long as you have sufficient E-tanks, this is also in logic. And Spiffy's in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna pause, use a little bit of reserves here.
As long as he doesn't mess up and like break spin or something, he'll be all right.
Yeah, screw attack saving us there. Oats is
he's taking a break in chat right now.
He's probably. I have a feeling he's typing in the race room.
Yeah, not his stream chat.
Yeah. Definitely not his chat.
Yeah.
He is definitely saying.
The thing is, though, Spiffy's like, oh, here we go. What do we get here? Okay, speed.
Oh.
Not too sure what that really gets us this moment, but you're happy to see speed.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, you're happy to see speed. It's really good. The thing is, Spiffy's spending a lot of time here. Not really. I mean, he got the speed, so that is good. Man, that map is really far, but it makes it more doable. That map.
I feel like if I'm Spiffy at this point, like I get the speed booster, that's gonna save you a lot of health on the speed booster hall to probably get through the pillars room afterwards, because he was really close to making that. It was like he just took a hit, right? Like a bad hit that he won't always take, but it looks like he's just kind of clearing this out. So, you know, it's interesting because if I'm Spiffy, I made a mistake, but it wasn't like, you know, game over kind of, but it kind of feels like Spiffy feels like it's game over. Whereas if I'm Oats, I do kind of feel like it's game over because I did die like multiple times without any progression. Right. So to me, it feels like Spiffy is like kind of over adjusting a little bit, and it feels like to me like so I prefer Spiffy's play a little bit less, whereas Oats like I can see he's just going off the rails a little bit because he doesn't like have a choice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how much time Spiffy's spending in N, and just like can't feel like it's a lot. Right.
Yeah, he did get speed though, but it's a lot.
He does have a lot of tanks, so Spiffy should be more confident with any sort of hell run now.
Yeah, he is farming up, so and he's saving, so I think he's going for the map now.
I think he'll finally go for a map. Yeah. So Oats, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but Oats found T. Yep. It was at the top right of Ocean. So, and there was nothing in Ocean.
Okay. So, did he get the map, or was he?
Yeah, Yep, he got the map in wreck ship. And Torian was like way top right, and now Oats is about to get not this map yet, but soon. He might have to go through the top left of Fish Tank. Look, he's struggling.
He really needs like just like a singular boss and not Mother Brain to be here, because it seems like it might be fairly isolated. I mean, we're about to find out, but yeah. I think he did type in the chat that he was vibe checking at this point, so he definitely feels like he's massively behind. But that's the thing, right? You never really know he's going to take a hit here. I don't like that hit. I could see him when he was falling.
And I'm not trying, I'm a little more critical of my homies and peers, of course, but I will say, as far as it goes for Oats, and just this literally cementing what I'm about to say, this is probably the sloppiest I've seen Oats play in a while.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I would agree.
He's just struggling. I've never seen him miss this much stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
like he doesn't miss this stuff, guys. Like in general, almost ever. This is just sloppy. Yeah, I'm just. Meanwhile, Spiffy still being in N is like rough.
Yeah, but I do see the plan that Spiffy had. Right, he was like, "This, I got killed doing this. Like, I need to like do something. Let's make some progress over here. Let's find some tanks. Let's find some doors." He got a speed booster. He got some more tanks, and now he's doing this again.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's.
Oh, he shorted the jump again, but he made it.
Okay. All right, so we're in Red Tower, so that means we can farm back if we need to make a decision from here. Yep. Let's see what's going on at N. Oh my goodness! So yeah, we have Ridley, Dragon.
This is about as good as it could get for Oats, because you finished the game here.
Zone. Yep. And
Oats,
you know what? This might be suddenly extremely good for Oats. We have 3 majors here. Wow. If any is Varia or Gravity, like pretty good shape.
Yep. I can't help but like, okay, I have to let you all know, right? Both of these players know that they're behind. If this was like a weekly or something, they're both certain they're not going to win. Yeah, I think that would be that. I think that is true, because they needed to get that Norfair map and they both failed to get it. Because because of mistakes that they made, and they both will acknowledge that, I messed up and I couldn't get it. I have to do something else, right? So that happened to both players. So they both know they're kind of on life support a little bit here, right? So the interesting thing here, right, is Spiffy eventually came back to it, but this is where you want to finish the game. And now Oats, he is kind of where you want to be, right? Because if these majors are significant, that's really, really, really good for Oats. So we're about to find out.
They need to not be bombs in space for Oats, basically.
They're speed locked. This one technically isn't speed locked if you have a crystal flash, but these are speed locked items. That's just space jump.
Space.
Oats can peek this, but Spiffy's the one that blinded speed. So that's
there's one. Is it only one more major that's speed locked?
Yeah, to get to even this major, right? To get to these, you have to go through climb supers.
Oh,
the room
I see.
With the speed booster.
Oh yeah, you can't get these regardless.
Now, I mean, I think
getting a full fail upwards basically from Oats.
Well, you know what Oats literally could do? I don't know if he's willing to do it, but he could X-ray climb 7 rooms up to get that. And probably thinking about it. That takes several minutes. He's thinking he's gonna do it. Nope, no, he's not gonna do it. Okay.
I thought he was gonna do it too. He immediately, as soon as you said it, he immediately started going up. I was like, "Up, he's going."
Here's one thing I'll say. Like, if I were him, I would. No, I don't think I would do it. I don't think I'd do it. Now, what you could do is you could check, right? You could check the item, and if it's like a suit or something like that, you could then consider it because you're gonna get space plus that item. But
if it's a suit, I think he has to do it. The
reason why I don't think it's worth it, right? I don't even check, is because he actually has full beam combo and he's got 5 tanks. So
yeah.
What does he need? He wants like gravity or spring ball.
He's looking for power bombs right now. Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the other guys actually have a higher chance to drop them. Maybe not though. I think it's probably still good to farm this. But yeah, we got Spiffy now, and finally in Meridia. Man, that was like 32 minutes in Norfair. So hopefully it, I mean, Spiffy did get E-tanks, and he did get speed. So we'll see if Spiffy can make his way towards this map, because that is Phantoon.
Here's
what maybe Kraid, I think.
If you're an Oats fan, here's what needs to happen. Brinstar is gonna probably have to have Kraid, right? Because we know that Phantoon's there. We know that there's, I don't know if it was Kraid or Dre, that was the other one, right? But there were 2 bosses by Mother Brain. It was Dre. Okay, so Dre and Ridley are next to each other.
Yep.
We know that Phantoon's here in Meridia. Spiffy just ran over it. He's gonna come back, right, and get it, right? If Kraid is here with Spiffy as well as Phantoon, which is very possible, right? Then Oats is in big trouble because he's going to go through another zone with no boss because the rest of the bosses are down there. And that map is not close. So Spiffy is absolutely in the better spot, and Oats kind of needs Kraid to be near him.
If he can go B now and get to the map in Kraid and like spike the majors before Spiffy, it might not be so bad. Like if Varia is there are still possibilities, I think, because Spiffy still would have to make his way to Bryn to kill Kraid and might get looped into the wreck ship Torian as well. So I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, if Kraid's in Brinstar, Oats is in decent spot, I think.
Yeah, if Kraid is here though, then Oats is in big trouble because
if Kraid is in Meridia, it's big trouble. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Oats is gonna make his way to the map, really far away, and Spiffy is going to kill Phantoon with this microwave and get this basically right away.
Ooh.
That's not enough.
Yep. And it hit the wall, so it despawned. Yep.
Exactly. He realized it on the 3rd one, so he's like, oh, okay, and then he cut it. Oh, amphitheater. That's rough.
Oh, that Phantoon took maybe a few thousand extra damage, but that's, we gotta put him away for good.
Yep.
All right, so Oats is kind of going through Bryn. I don't think Oats is really heading towards map yet, from what I understand. I mean, he's checking door. We just checked the right door.
Yeah, he's I think he's kind of he's basically saying, Spiffy, put me out of my misery.
He knows this is an item, by the way. So
he still has a chance. He still has a chance, right? It's just Bryn needs to have Kraid.
Very good if Kraid's here, because he already knows all the maps.
Yeah, because he'll be forced into Bryn later, forced into finishing the game down there. Yeah. But there's Kraid, so it's not looking too hot. Spiffy has no incentive to head into Bryn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is definitely looking like a big advantage Spiffy.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I think it's funny that, of course he doesn't realize this. If Kraid was here, there was such a very real possibility that Oats could win.
Yeah, he's in the game still, potentially.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Because there's also a decent chance that Varia and Gravity are here. However, he's seen a very unfortunate situation for his current predicament here. Jeez, yeah, he's just cooked.
I mean, oddly enough, it's like technically maybe a blessing in disguise, because it's gonna kind of force him back into Meridia.
To be fair, I think this is just a huge blunder. I wouldn't have even really wanted to see Kraid here, because it seems a little wild to me that he has not gone back for Phantoon for something he for sure can do with that grapple.
That's the problem. Here's the thing, right? If he did that, he would have probably won. That's the problem, right?
Right.
He had a really good shot of winning. I mean, not necessarily actually, because he might have been roped in. He probably would have been roped into doing all this too.
Even if he's roped into
yeah.
everything else, like yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess not, because Spiffy's skipping 3 zones here.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. But he had a chance. But yeah, it kind of looked like
it could have been good.
Basically, getting that Norfair map was really important. It was extremely important. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think it would have been fine potentially if Oats immediately came back here, like we were talking about earlier. He would have gotten locked out of the Bryn. He would have went Turian wreck ship, and then he would have went back into Norfair and finished the game probably. But I think he still would have had a chance if he did that like right away. But it looks like at this point, he's kind of out of options at this point. Nothing's paying off. So,
by the way, Spiffy, maybe taking a dip into B. I don't know if he feels like he needs some items to beat the game, because he is on 5 tank, and Spiffy does know where all the bosses are. So I think the reason is he doesn't have suits and he is just on 5 tank, and maybe isn't super confident in like the Ridley fight, because he is. I mean, he doesn't have full beam combo. He's missing wave, and he's 15 supers 5 tank, right? So
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is a mistake. I feel like he doesn't realize that the game's over, because Spiffy is someone that I believe is confident enough to do that kind of fight. So going this way is kind of out of the way. That's interesting how he doesn't have to use speed to get this. It's not speed locked. You just have to come in from the other side.
He's not getting this E tank, so maybe. Yeah, I guess I'm not too sure.
I guess he's gonna play for a suit here.
We'll have to see.
Perhaps
I mean, if he ends
perhaps
up
there was a
to
lock
another
somewhere,
zone,
but I don't think there was. So
yeah. Well, he has everything for a lock, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, there's okay. Well, he's gonna.
He's gonna do the safe strats. Yeah, safe strats.
Like the suit is nice, but not really what he needs.
Yeah, it's not what he needs.
Look at Oats.
I guess now I'm
falling
unsure.
Apart here.
Yeah. He's just blinding everything in B. He's like, well, speed's got to be here, right? So I can. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even looking at Oats' screen anymore.
Yeah, he just locked himself.
Okay, but to be fair, that's such a fail upwards. Get him out of here, man. Get out of here, please. This is literally, he has failed upwards like 5 times, right? He's failed into the appropriate direction a few times. I think this is literally just going to help him, man. Yeah, because now he's leaving. If Oats didn't do this, he was probably going to blind forever. Well, actually, is he leaving? Maybe he's going to keep blinding. I don't know.
I think he is just... I think he's literally saying, Spiffy, please just end the game. Let's go to the next one. So, Spiffy?
Okay, I think Spiffy wants items for Ridley, man. I actually do. I don't know why.
What I don't understand is I don't think I saw him check the map, right? Like,
right. So maybe there was
Spiffy,
a bunch of E-tanks or something.
He can get some E-tanks and beat it, right? Like, even if he's not comfortable with this loadout, I mean, maybe he saw something that I didn't, and he knows that there's no E-tanks ever.
I think maybe he's uncomfortable with the E-tank situation. Look, I mean, he's going for this E-tank. I think he knows it's at the end game. This is how I'm viewing it.
E-tank.
If the reason I think so, or else he wouldn't go for this E-tank, right?
Were there no E-tanks? Maybe there just weren't no E-tanks. I don't recall
a lot of them.
I don't recall him ever being able to look and see that on the map, though.
I think he's thinking about X-raying this now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think if Spiffy overlooked, he would not be getting the C-tank.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm thinking he knows what he needs to do, and he just wants to get the means to kill Ridley. So he decided to take a little dip in the B to see what's going on.
This is so far away.
I am a little surprised now. I do think Spiffy has played pretty well this whole seed, but this is now like a little questionable. But
yeah, it just feels...
Oh, he's fine now.
Maybe
he's got a head...
here.
Okay, well, there we go.
Yeah, I just...
I am a little surprised.
Spiffy can do Ridley fights. Now,
I know.
He's capable of doing them. Now, is he like gonna feel super confident against having to do it against Oats or something like that? I mean, no. Like very few people would, right? Like in that case, right? And Spiffy has had scenarios where he has death looped on Ridley, but this is really far. Now, obviously, like, you know, Spiffy can kind of do whatever he wants, and it looks like Oats is kind of struggling here, and it's going to be fine. But, like, I am a little surprised. This is really far away.
Climbing, by the way, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
Never mind. He threw up the vibe check. Oh, it's just because you're lost and running around like a little goose, you know, it doesn't mean you could just throw the vibe check up.
That's reserved for only true, honest vibe check.
I want true, honest vibe checks. Just because you're struggling, that doesn't count as a vibe check, man. Come on.
All right. Oats heading back over to the left, and Spiffy making his way down to the final stages of the game.
Yep, it looks like Oats' 400th fail upwards is finally leading him back to Phantoon potentially. So we'll see. And then Spiffy should be. The thing is, what's funny is Spiffy shook his head when he got Varia because he already got the tank. He probably got enough tanks to where he was comfortable, and so the Varia was like very whatever. It does help, you know. Sometimes you need to farm less or whatever, you know. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So Spiffy should be heading back to Norfair now, if I'm understanding, you know, his thought process here.
Yep. Yeah, and keep in mind, like, if I'm Spiffy, I don't really think I have this in the bag at all.
Oh, right? No way.
We know, yeah. Given the struggle,
miserable. Like, I mean, the thing is, okay, yes, I get to skip 3 zones, right? That feels good. But you kind of can assume that Oats should be skipping them too.
No, exactly. Like, if I'm Spiffy, I'm thinking Oats is way ahead of me because he doesn't die getting that Norfair map, right?
Yep.
Like, I'm thinking he definitely doesn't die getting that Norfair map. He does everything that I did, but like he gets, you know, because you don't expect Oats to just like struggle in that sense, right? So
he probably, and I would be thinking Oats did less because Spiffy blinded forever and he just got like a couple reserves. He didn't. I mean, yeah, he got speed. But speed didn't really do anything, honestly, for him this seed at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, he had to blind a lot in Norfair. Now, the main thing I'd be curious for those who are wondering why I'm confused why he went into Brinstar essentially, right? Is he's kind of going in the opposite direction to beat the game, and I don't know. Maybe he remembers the map really well, but I just thought there should be tanks like along the way back along the path, right? So I personally feel not too comfortable blinding a new zone when you don't know what the map situation is going to look like. Essentially,
tanks, it makes sense, or something I have done or would do if I felt like. Is he entering Norfair from the? Let's see what he's doing here. I'm trying to see because I know Norfair's straight down from Main Street, so I'm hoping that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a Norfair entrance over here. Okay. It's closer to the road objectives.
Yeah. All right. So Oats finally at Phantoon, which is funny. He only has one more map he can get, which is the Norfair map, which is going to show him everything. And funny enough, Oats has the means to win. It's actually crazy if he comes back here earlier. Because he literally. Even if he comes back here slightly earlier, Spiffy is wasting a lot of time. Like, Oats could have still done it, dude. Like, even with the Brinstar, if he bailed on Brinstar a little earlier, doesn't Oats just go straight Norfair from here?
He doesn't have the map. He doesn't have the map, so I think he would have gotten roped into the other zones. Yeah, because he was there. So.
No, I meant like even just now, like 5 minutes ago. Like, if he bails a little bit earlier. He probably would go B from this side, so he was probably cooked.
Yes, potentially. Yeah, he'd probably have to. He sees now what's going on. I think he sees that. Yeah, he's in such a bad spot to be in. I don't actually see any tanks on the side, Spiffy's side on this angle. I didn't see if there was more on like the left or something like that, but perhaps Spiffy knew that there were no tanks, in which case I can totally respect that decision of finding tanks in Brinstar.
Yeah, I mean, look how consolidated it is. This Ridley, Dragon here, and he already got all the reserves. So yeah, I mean, he just had to get some more, and which I think is fine. Like sometimes you just have to go to a new zone. Yeah, look, he actually got like everything here. So I guess that's just why he had to do it, and he didn't feel great doing it, but yeah, he just had to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's interesting because as a player, you know what you're looking for, so you pause and you scan to see what you're looking for. But as a commentator, we're at the mercy of looking at their pauses when they want to do it, right? Yep. But yeah, I have a feeling that Spiffy kind of knew that he didn't know what the tank situation was like, and he didn't know what he can do. Now, if I'm Spiffy, I feel extra bad, right? Because now I'm thinking Oats probably got the map, right? Oats probably didn't struggle and had to like blind the speed booster. He probably just went straight towards it, right? Got the tanks that he needed and probably took my route, but better. He's going to finish any second now, right? And I'm also thinking like Oats also would not have taken that detour and probably would have killed, Ridley on 3 plasma charge, 15 supers, right? Because Oats has shown that he can do that, right? So I will let you know that even though it seems one person is dramatically ahead, the mental game is very real.
Yes, right? It is very real.
It's really, I can promise you it's messing with both of them. I think Oats at this point is checked out, so he's probably saving his mental for game 2, but definitely for Spiffy, he's like, oh god, like, just let me finish. Maybe let Oats struggle.
It's sort of what we were talking about earlier. Like I was saying how these little mistakes can sometimes have like profound effects, and I really think those small deaths and small mistakes that Oats did, it rattled him more, and then he started making worse decisions because of it. So it kind of looks like that is what happened. And even if Spiffy doesn't feel great about his position, he's still playing I mean, he looks calm. He's playing calm. I mean, yeah, he's glancing at the race time window, but like of course all of us are glancing at the race time window here, but I mean, he's just playing calm. He's like, well, I'm just gonna finish this out and see what happens. And now he's heading to Mother Brain, and now he's like, geez, losing here now, that would be rough. But Spiffy's he's gonna secure this first game for sure.
It really is interesting, right? Like seeing it from a perspective. I will say right off the bat, right? Like if this is a weekly, there's 40 entrants, all the top players are here together, right? I can promise you that both of these players would not have finished, probably higher up, right? Because they did make some mistakes, but at the end of the day, tournament setting is a 1 versus 1, right?
Yep.
So you can't just be like, I made one mistake, it's over, right? Because like in a 1 versus 1 setting, you have no idea what's going on in the other player, right?
Yeah.
So you always have to think, you always have to be like, there's probably still a chance. I can understand from Oats' perspective, he did die a lot. He did die a lot, right? But he was shockingly kind of still in the game, right? But there was a point where he chose to make diversions, and I can honestly respect that choice. But obviously in this case, it really did not work out for him, right?
Yeah.
But, we can say from our point that we know that, like, oh, maybe he should have just done exactly what we did here. But I can honestly respect the decision he made, given the deaths that he took, because they weren't pretty deaths, for sure.
No, yeah, he had some rough ones. By the way, this fight's very safe for Spiffy. He now has double suit, actually, so totally safe on this fight. Oats so Oats did not get the Norfair map yet. I guess he's getting this major and heading into Norfair from there, maybe. It's funny though, because like if Oats Spike he did decide to not go to the left side of B, so heading to Norfair, he actually isn't even that unreasonable. It might look like he's like 10 minutes behind, but I don't even think he's that far behind. He drops in through Norfair through the right, gets map. Like all the bosses are together.
He's literally gonna beat the game. But so he's right there at the end of the game. Yeah.
But yeah, GG's to Spiffy taking game 1. Oats is like, I think he said, it almost looked like he mouths the word thank you. I'm not too sure. It's just what it is. Yeah, see, he is very happy it is over. However, Oats, unbeknownst to him, honestly extremely close to finishing the seed. He drops through the right side of Norfair. The seed's basically done.
The seed's done right there. Yep.
Funny enough,
he's literally at the end right there, and he has 6 tanks.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a save by the Ridley, right? But like Oats can do that fight, like with his, with blindfolded basically. Maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but like Oats actually is right there at the end of the game, without any suits, and absolutely could beat the game, probably without too much of an issue either. So it's actually pretty close at the end of the day.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like Spiffy still just played better, and I do think the very deserved first game for Spiffy. Like Absolutely. That's just how he played better. Oats was shambling. I'm really hoping Oats cleans it up for the next games because I want them both at their best, of course. And that was a little bit more shambling than I've probably ever really seen from Oats. So I do think he'll bring it back. Oats does lock in when he has to, and he will get serious here. So we're gonna be going in the game 2 soon.
All right, welcome back, Speed Gaming, for game 2 between Spiffy and Oats. Spiffy is currently up 1-0, and they are currently playing random objectives. My co-com here, Emmett, can take it away and explain what is going on and what bosses they picked.
Yep. So here we go. Random objectives, meaning, normal objectives, we have the 4 bosses. But in this mode, there's a few extra ones. It could be like Pit Room or the Plasma Spark Room or Spore Spawn. Funny enough, Spiffy banned Spore Spawn. So they each get 2 bans and they each get 2 picks. And then the other 2 will be randomized. Oh, their first 2 picks are actually Phantoon and Ridley. So 2 familiar faces. We'll see Phantoon and Ridley. And the 2 bans are Spo and Bowling, which if you've seen some of these racers, you can definitely overlook Bowling. So I think it's a pretty good ban. So yeah, so Bowling will be banned, and we have Ridley and Phantoon as objectives, and we'll see the other 2 when they go in. Now, they might not pause and look at it for a while, but there's a lot of objectives it can be. It could be Acid Chozo, it could be Golden Teresa, it could be Bomb Teresa. There's a lot. Early space. Clean movement by Oats right off the bat.
Yep, gotta jump this right away.
Yep, very nice. I was sort of mentioning to Eddie that, with how that last race went, Oats might be a little rattled, but I think if Oats plays very clean within these first 5 minutes, he can get it together and start playing strong. Oh, here we go. We got Crocomire and Metal Pirates as the other 2 objectives. Wow, check this out, Eddie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 majors. 8.
Bottom right, door first, right here. It's going to be a super missile. Calling it right now. Looks like there's a lot of stuff you can get, but without Morph and without any ammo, this is the first thing we got to go for.
Yep.
So, is Oats going to risk it to the right?
I have tried this, and I feel like I never can do it on 99.
Yeah, I think they can, but you don't have to, because if you go to the top right, you should be able to get your next major, which has a...
Honestly, and an E-tank, right?
Yeah, I think next. Well, let me see here. So I did see at least 1 major. Could this be Varia? Yeah, and then we'll get an E-tank. Charge. Okay, so this might actually just be filler. I'm never sure if 5 missiles, because they don't have Morph, right? So you actually have to like jump and squeeze through, which I'm not 100% if it's in logic right now. So it's possible the charge was actually just a filler beam, but we'll see here.
So I think it is, because I thought it was, because I've seen Morph behind this before. Because you can do 2 on the way in, 3. You know what? I'm not too sure.
I'd be curious if Spiffy goes to wreck ship here. I feel like I'd be tempted to do that, but no, they're both going down. Okay. Oats is gonna go ahead and save, and with that, you know what? With that E-tank, they're gonna go ahead and get that major on the bottom right. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now
there's this. Do you think wreck ship's like a decent play?
We'll just see we have to see what the major is gonna be first.
Yeah.
This literally could just be like Varia or something. Yeah.
Right. Phaser. Okay.
You know what? That makes sense. That's probably a filler, because you can get it, and I think logically you won't be able to get it back. So Oats is gonna have to be a little careful here. Whoop. Makes it through.
Is there?
And
I guess he can. Well, okay.
Takes a death. Okay.
Without Morph, can you make that?
It's funny because you would have to
You run down
refarm
back.
all your. You have to refarm all your supers, and you have to
Yeah.
blast the boulders. That's kind of the idea.
Ah.
But you know, this is where things get a little bit funny, right? Because if you're good enough, you don't really have to do that. So Oats is gonna forgo the Spazer for now. He's gonna maintain a little bit of health. And
I
he's
think
probably
that's
gonna
actually
peek
the
this
better
right
play.
door.
Yeah. That's smart. If you could see this first, which it looks like Spiffy's not seen that either, but that definitely seems like the correct play here is to do that because you can. There's a refill as well.
Spiffy
for sure.
also has to make this jump. Let's see if he knows how to do it.
Oh,
Does not quite get it.
I really wanted to see it. Ooh, speed. Okay, early speed again. Very nice.
Yeah, so this speed should be in logic. It's a little funky how you get it, especially because they use all their supers to get that initial major, the charge beam. But yeah, Spiffy is going to go peek wreck ship. I was gonna say prior to going down there, and there's nothing in wreck ship. Prior to going down there, I was wondering if they would go into this room to farm the bugs because they definitely were gonna need more supers, but I don't think they were thinking about that at the time. If I'm Oats, I check that right door. But I think
I think he just really wants to get back and prioritizing this speed first.
Yeah, that's true. He can't. Yeah, okay. I think he just wanted to make sure he can get back. I wonder if he peeks it or if he doesn't. Because I feel like there's a high chance Spiffy's going to end up peeking it.
Definitely would be very nice to peek it, I think. With this many majors on the table, it's kind of nice to know like when you can start skipping them or if that's Varia or Grav. Because if it's an essential item, then like you want to know
kind of need
early.
to know. Yeah. And the
then
problem
you
here is
back.
Yeah, because he's not really going to want to go back for Spazer, which is the other major, right? So
I think Oats is going to check it, by the way, because he's healing up here, and I think he's going to go save and
Did
check.
He save? Okay. Yeah, okay.
Well, no,
So
wait, he
sense.
didn't. Wait, did he save?
High jump. It's high jump. He's going to go peek now.
Maybe he saved before healing up. I didn't see him save,
Does he want
though.
the Spazer?
Oh, he just wants Spazer. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I guess he has charge.
I mean, Spazer is good. Like early on, it's nice.
I wonder if I would have saved peek and then came back for Spazer. Is probably the method I would have done. Not saying it's good. It's just what it was on my head. But yeah, Spiffy waking his way back. Spiffy did come and get speed.
Oh, by the way, they don't have Morph.
No, they still no Morph.
Yeah,
so
they don't have Morph. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny. Okay, I didn't quite get to see because Spiffy already saw wreck ship, which is empty. So okay, so this must be the route. Where does this go? It goes into Aqueduct. I didn't see this connection myself.
Yep.
So this is where they have to go.
Well, I will say, it's cooked, I think, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, Spiffy having kind of a rough go of it at the start here. Honestly, it's not easy. Like this whole sequence is like
it's
pretty
not
nasty, honestly. And I think what Eddie's saying is right. Like the logic probably wants you to do this and then refarm your 5 supers, kill the boulders. But it's like kind of awkward too, because if you kill the boulders and refill, all the boulders come back anyway. So it's like just a hard room. Oh, okay, nice. Actually, look at this space jump. Could that have been the... Okay, nice, yeah.
I think there's a lot of things. There's
Varia by Oats. Okay, Varia charge Spazer right off the rip.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could have gotten through.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just but it's not easy necessarily, unless you like fully were prepared for it. It's not necessarily easy. So
I saw Spiffy trying like a little short charge here, which made sense. At the top, if you do a short, I think a short charge, the safest thing, short charge into a blue suit space jump would be pretty good. But okay, I mean, Oats is flying. This is kind of what I was saying Oats needed to do. My prediction was if Oats like started shambling right off the rip, not getting that. Did he scout that X?
I didn't quite get to see, but he's gonna go grab this major first.
Yeah. Okay, this is just Morph. He knew it was Morph. I think Oats is feeling. I mean, he nodded his head. He's feeling good. He is kind of cruising with this early logic.
Yeah, his early game wasn't
too far.
Yeah, his early game wasn't the cleanest, but like it's sufficient enough, right? The thing is, at this level, like you do sort of maybe assume that Spiffy makes 0 mistakes here. Obviously, that's not the case, right? Once again, you should never just assume it's ever hopeless because people make mistakes. That's just how it is. Oats, for the most part, I think understands that he's kind of back in it at this point, and I think he's really trying to focus this time for sure. Spiffy did take another bad death, so
I'll tell you that.
Now, here's the thing with that Varia suit and stuff. Once again, Oats does not know that I believe he never got to check the high jump, right? So that's always like really, that's a little scary potentially. He's probably gonna go back. He can't get it at this point.
Yeah, he has no means for getting it yet, so it's not like huge. But if he forever skips it, it's like just kind of unfortunate, especially if they don't find grav, you know, then high jump becomes a pivotal resource, right? Like if no grav, you need something to traverse these water rooms.
Yep. But yeah, it's hard for me to imagine that Oats can get into maybe a situation where he's completely skips that.
Little bonk from the snail.
Spiffy gets tagged, and this is just a super missile. So
yep, 15 supers right off the rip.
Yep. Like you really want to power bomb here, like very badly, right?
Bomb, but are you already thinking about like ammo here, like with 15 supers off? The bat?
Well, the problem is you want the power bomb because that literally gives you that major that Oats is right next to, and he's not getting it, right?
Yep, that is unfortunate.
I think he's going to peek it now, though. Yeah, he doesn't want to leave that behind, the information behind.
Okay, I'm actually happy to see him peek this, just to like.
He's trying to do this, but I don't think you can do this without spring ball. Not without spring ball, I believe. Yeah. So there's one more block at the very. Okay, I guess he's gonna try it. There's like one more block at the very end. This is a hundo strat, right? Hodo Ruby special, kind of. It's a variation of it, but you need spring ball because you can't maintain the blue inside the hole, right? But with spring ball, you can maintain it. Yeah, you can. So you do need spring ball in that sense. Maybe there's a way to do it otherwise.
But that.
Yeah. I think it's hard to know because you know, in Hundo you do a strat that's very similar to that, but spring ball is what carries it. I used to think that you could do it without that, but here's a cool thing. Spazer, logical spazer, I think. Yeah, logical spazer.
The bomber wreck ship.
Yep. Bam.
Honestly,
so see,
I think it's pretty good. He's not trying to do anything else, anything too funky, so he's just going straight to wreck ship. I didn't really even think there was anything else for them to do. Let's see what Spiffy. I think Spiffy probably is going to take the same course of action, right? Go check the X, and then hopefully get the major, which he can't get yet. He already did sky high jump, so Spiffy might go straight back to wreck ship, but he does need to get Spazer. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Power bombs. There's power bombs.
Now, does he go back for that major?
He did see the high jump at this point, so I feel like if you're him, you just have to go get the high jump. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's two majors. You get high jump plus that other major, right? So.
I didn't see if he scrolled up further, but is wreck ship? Is this the end of wreck ship? Was this completely isolated? There was a little bit more on the top right.
20 supers off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spiffy really looking here. I wonder if he forgot about wreck ship. So he's pondering.
He's looking now. I think he just realized.
Saw him. Not that I'm the best lip reader, but I saw him mouth Spazer.
Yeah.
Oh, Spazer.
Interesting.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Spazer. Okay.
Really cool, honestly, to see. You know, these sets of seeds are really kind of like showing like the obscure things that are in Map Rando and Hard Tricky, right? Yeah. It's like it's definitely, if you're like newer trying to get back into it, there's definitely some people that are you know, speedrunners that have come back or that are coming back and trying to play, right? Like this is a good set of like seeds to like analyze because of the obscure logic that's in it, and that can come up and has come up before. The Spazer thing, the previous seed with all the particularly hard tricky tricks. So far has been a pretty good set. It's been fun to watch.
Yep. This is actually such a good route too, because you go back, you get high jump. Oh, I'm low on power bombs, but I have to check the other major.
Yeah.
Oh, these seahorses give me a power bomb. So yeah, this is good, and it's probably just gonna be Norfair after this. I didn't see wreck ship either. I mean, I think you have to bail anyways, unless there's like something immediately you can do in wreck ship. And Well, I can't see what's above that orange door, but
Can you
looks
please
like
scroll up a
nothing.
little?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an up door, so you don't really know, but
Yeah.
so for those who are wondering how Spazer was in logic here, basically when you're at the bottom of wreck ship, in the bottom of the wreck ship shaft, right? When you're trying to go up, you have to shoot out a bunch of blocks, and then through the tunnel there is 2 sets of blocks on top of each other. If you don't have Spazer, you can break the bottom block, and then what happens is you can roll through, but you cannot unmorph at the end of it, because you don't have a way, you did not break out the top block. Now, Spazer, being the wider beam, will actually just break the top block as well and let you get out of there. So if you don't have any sort of bombs or power bombs or anything like that, Wave or Spazer can do the trick there. And Spiffy, scroll up, nothing there.
Okay. I was wondering if Oats was going to do the pits next. If you guys were wondering why they didn't do this earlier, they did not have high jump. They were not able to do this. You could not have done this pit before. You do need high jump.
Now this pit is, with just high jump, is doable. Both players can easily do it, but well, this is just straight up in logic. So this is actually the pit that's free, and Oats is going to get that gravity suit.
Yep.
And this is looking like a real big baby seed, and it's gonna look like it's heavily favoring Oats. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say this is an extreme favoring Oats seed in my opinion, where it's double suit and 20 supers. I think that's like that is quite literally the most favorable to Oats seed I've seen in a long time. I think this should be good. I mean, we'll see how the route diverges, right? You know, there's going to be decisions that both players will have to make, and anything can happen. But at the moment, Oats is not only ahead, but we're in an Oats seed, meaning a seed that I think we both think heavily favor Oats.
Yep. Now, I do want to point out, this is the really cool thing about Map Rando, right? Spiffy has been around for a while, just very low key, not really didn't really talk too much with the community before until Arcade and Map Rando came out. That's when he started streaming, and people started learning about him, right? But he was mostly just like, has speedrun, but it was mostly for himself, right? Whereas Oats is, you know, the Super Metroid household name, right? Everyone knows him, has held multiple world records, top speedrunner essentially, right? But the cool thing about Map Rando, right, is you get people like Spiffy come in here and they specialize in Map Rando, and suddenly they're out here very capable of taking a game off of Oats, maybe even potentially winning the match, up 1-0 currently, right? So if you want to get into Map Rando and you want to be able to compete, you don't have to spend, you know, your most of the majority of your life like Oats to be able to compete on the stage, right? That's the really cool thing about Map Rando.
That is what I love about Map Rando, because like in the end, decisions are key. Low pause times are key. Now that being said, this is like a rare instance where it is hard to compete with Oats in this setting, especially if the seed from here on is linear, meaning there aren't a ton of decisions. That's when it's like, okay, it's going to be really hard to compete with Oats.
Yep, the raw movement is really, it's just, you know.
You need some sort of divergence here, some decision making, but with 20 supers and double suit, there's really not a lot of decisions left. And he has charge and speed. I don't know. It'll be tough, but you know, let's see what Spiffy pulls out. And yes, Simo, even I skipped that major in the bottom right of Brinstar. At this point, it is completely useless for them to go for any major that is like outside of 2 rooms or even 1 room. They really don't need any more majors at this point. Yep. Maybe ice or grapple if you're icy pants room. They don't even need that. And here we go. We have Crocomire objective in Norfair and Ridley as well.
Yep.
Which he can do both right now.
Yep.
And he probably just will.
So I think this is definitely a spot where it's linear. The seed is linear, right? Because Norfair actually, you came from Brinstar, right? And there is 1 connection. There's 2 connections, but they're both Meridia, right?
Yep.
So you have 2 bosses right here. You have the Meridia connection. You just have to kill the bosses right now and go to Meridia. That is the play to approach it, because Meridia is going to have the connections to the rest. You just never want to come back here ever again.
Oats hates it when I say this, but it's really funny. Whenever I'm in a seed like this in a big lobby and I get double suit and charge and then it's a linear, I will often type or just say, yep, Oats wins. Because I'm like, Oats is just the best at linear seeds, and it sounds like a knock because like, oh wait, does that mean he's single selling? No, it just means, I mean, it just means if he has all the movement in the world and there's no decisions, then of course the person with the best movement's gonna win. Like it,
nice
it's so. That is a nice spike suit. It's so hard to beat him in these kind of seeds. But we'll see.
He's spending a long time pausing here.
Yeah, he is. I mean, so that's the thing. This is where Spiffy can make up time. Like, you know, the pausing and stuff like that. The slightly better routing. Nice green gate by Spiffy. But yeah, slightly better routing and less pausing. That is where Spiffy needs what Spiffy needs to do to make up time here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I think he was trying to. I think the majors are kind of in a weird spot where they're like kind of tempting him, and that's like kind of slowing him down, making him like think about it. Oh, maybe he was just looking for a farm room. Maybe that's what it was because he wanted to get some
farm as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the majors were maybe slightly tempting, but the thing is, you just played a seed where you had nothing for so long, so suddenly having everything, you might forget that. Oh, I'm like definitely in go mode. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet spark right there, max value.
Huge value.
All right, so how many charge shots for Oats here? Well, I can give you close to the numbers. With this beam, he would have to do 86 charge shots, right? And with 20 supers, he's got roughly 66. He's got about 2/3 of the damage there, so he's gonna have to do something around 25 to 30 charge shots, and that should be it.
We'll see if he X factors too. He does have the option of X factoring here.
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna get out. Okay.
Oh, he was trying to. Oh yeah, the jump out.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this tank that he's grabbing. I can. It's just a little slow.
If he can get out, then it's probably decent. It's a little slow. They really doesn't need it though.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is gonna X. You know, X factoring here is a little risky. I know it's not really because there's farms everywhere, but if you're just like down, if you're trying to bullet seed out of here, you don't really want to think about farming. You'll be fine. It's probably fine. I think there's a slight risk.
If he gets no power bombs, it's actually really funny. He can get out, but it looks like a borderline soft lock.
Oh really?
Because he has to. It's Oasis.
Right, loop. Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay because he can actually spark out. And he could do the short charge. But like, that's just a little bit funny if you were to get 0 power bombs here. I think he'd like panic for like a second and then be like, wait, okay. All right, so all supers and we should be good here.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have used the power bombs. Just because I'm always a little. I actually always leave 1 super too for Ridley, just to make sure. Like if I just want to get out, you know.
Yep. I think that's not a bad way to approach things.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, Spiffy's not that far behind. About to do this Ridley fight here.
Okay. Yeah. So this with no power bombs, this would have been really funny. You could break the blocks with the spark and it'd be okay, but it just would have been funny. You would have probably thought for a second and be like, wait a second. And yeah, I think from here you just go straight up to the closer Norfair entrance.
Oats must feel so good right now, man. Bullet seed linear, like it needs like cooking. You know what I mean?
Yep. Taking a save right here. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, okay. So he's taking the save. He's probably gonna go up first. And if like the map's way left, then you just revert and maybe get the map.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting save. Okay. I feel like if you're like, let's say like you're really trying to win against a very, very strong opponent, and it's like a very crucial moment. Everyone's playing well, right? I think you could skip that save potentially,
right?
Because they are connected. So the primary benefit of the save is going to be like, if you see that the map is, that was a good down grab. If you see that the map is like literally at the door of the other entrance, but otherwise, you know, it's time wasted. Is how I see it. Kind of. It's not like it's 2 different zones. They are connected in some way. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think, and there's an argument that like even if the map was way on the other side, it's not even maybe that bad to run through.
This is Phantoon.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a fast seed.
Who did Oats
he's
pay
pointing.
off?
Oh, yep.
dummy.
Yeah. He's gonna do it again. There it is. There it is. Yeah, okay. Did he turn on his beat? He must have for the Ridley fight. I was gonna say he could look into potentially X-Factoring this, but there's no reason to really do that. Spiffy is... Wait, Spiffy didn't farm. This is gonna be a slow fight. I would say that Oats' time spent looking for the farm is definitely beneficial here, because this is not a fast fight for Spiffy at all with this beam.
No, Spiffy just killed Ridley.
Oh, Spiffy did kill Ridley. Okay, that makes more sense. Got it.
Yeah, that would have been miserable, actually.
I was like, what is going on
down
here?
20 scores on the fight would have been pretty weak.
Yeah. Okay. Nice try, Oats.
It's a good attempt. I mean, yeah, Spiffy not that far. Did Oats go up first or left? I forget. I think up, right?
Yeah, in the Murdy entrance.
Spiffy's doing the save too. If I'm
the save is fine. The save is fine, but
I think it's fine. In this seat specifically, I'm like cutting every corner possible because I already know Oats is like going psychotic.
I can see that.
Then there's the catch-22 where, okay, Oats is so cooking this seed that I'm just gonna assume he failed slightly, so I'll save for safety. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like it's
By the way, this is just extremely minor nitpicking in the grand scheme of things. It's very small.
So good. They're so
it's
good.
It's a very small thing.
It really only has relevance in like really high end races between runners like this. Like it can come down to it. If someone loses by 20 seconds because they took 2 extra saves, like that could be it. So
if I were Spiffy right there, I would have used my missiles and not my super. But it worked out.
Oh, true. Yeah,
that was a little spooky. Probably would have farmed maybe another super or 2 in the pipes along the way up to Red Tower as well.
Can I check this door? Oh no, I think he's. Oh, let's go straight to Phantoon.
Okay, so not super far behind. Now Mother Brain's right here.
I don't know what happened, but I feel like Spiffy actually made up a little bit of time. I thought he was a little further behind, but let's see how this Phantoon goes. If he gets a nice clean Phantoon being slightly harder, I think, for people who aren't actively running any percent, because it's just like a 2 rounds, like kind of unreasonable for people to do if you're not grinding it.
Yeah. But Spiffy is capable of a 2 round.
Oh yeah, he for sure can.
Nope, that time that's not really quite for the 2 round though. But yeah.
Yep.
Spiffy did have a little bit of any percent grind earlier. I think he's got a 45, I want to say. He might have a 45.
Oh yeah.
44,
I mean,
I'm not sure what he is, but
I wasn't necessarily referencing Spiffy, but just in general.
Yeah.
Spiffy is very good.
Yeah, definitely not for when you compare it to someone like Oats who needs to get a 2 round or better to like
the run's
basically
over.
Yeah. Oats actually did miss the 2 round, and he kind of like threw his head back.
Okay, this kind of is like the unfortunate situation. Spiffy thought that so Phantoon actually has different shades of red as he takes damage, and on his deepest shade of red, that's when you can super and
600 HP.
Yep, 600 or less. And
which
supers
you're looking at right now.
Yep. Supers do double damage to Phantoon.
Ice.
Oh wow, ice as well. This is really funny because this is just such a seed for Oats. It's like unbelievable. This is the craziest plot armor I've seen in a while.
Pretty straightforward so far. They're only looking for the metal pirates, and I don't actually know if they've seen the ship, so that could get a little awkward potentially.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But Oats heading over to get this map. Who knows where the final objective is? It could be deep down in another area, but it looks like Oats chose to go to Turian first. Oh.
I mean, to Oats' credit though, like he,
there's the ship.
Oh, okay, yeah, two little majors in the ship. Did he have a save anywhere? Knowing the ship too is probably some secure. I mean, if I'm Oats, I feel good about seeing the ship, to be honest. Like, okay, now I don't need to do blind escapes later.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Spiffy's doing the exact same thing. I think
plasma too.
Plasma.
That's funny.
I mean, at this point, I'm going to be honest. Extra beams are just worse for him.
Yeah. No, that's
right?
true. I agree.
It literally worse.
It equalizes the playing field a little bit.
Exactly. Because when you're talking like a low ammo fight, Oats is just like the last person you want to go up against, right? So when you're trivializing the fight, that makes it worse. You want the fight to be worse for both of you.
Yeah,
if you're someone like Oats. But either way, I feel like Oats has to be feeling pretty good about this. I feel like he made like maybe like just a few mishaps maybe at the start that he wasn't happy with, but like other than that, he's been playing like spot on perfect.
He must know that there's not. I know he feels good because like even he knows there aren't a lot of people that can like keep up with this pace, I guess, in Map Rando when it's a linear seed like this and you have everything.
Yeah, I think the choices were also pretty straightforward. Both players decided to. There's a save and Meridia's nearby. I think Criteria was in a really awkward spot, kind of. So this is the clear first zone that you have to go. So it never feels good when the spot that you're going and you only have one boss left blinks out. But it just seemed like such a clear choice, right? That I feel like unless Spiffy's like gambling hard, like it feels like this is just the one that you have to go, which is kind of interesting, like to think about. Like Spiffy can't, Spiffy hasn't been playing bad or anything, right? It's just Oats is playing particularly well. And Spiffy did make a few mistakes, but let's say Spiffy like kind of like made even more or like made some very big mistakes. Like that's the interesting part of. I wonder in this specific situation, you do something like go straight into Criteria or something as opposed to Meridia here.
As soon as I understand the seed, if I was playing the seed, I'm doing deranged things for Oats 100% because I've played Oats in this type of seed so many times that if an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to the furthest zone. And I'm not saying that's the right thing. I actually don't really think anyone should ever do that. Just be confident in your play. It's just every time a seed's like this, I look at the race time lobby, Oats gets first. So that would influence how I approach the seed. It just would. I would probably do some crazy things. I would go to the furthest zone the first opportunity it presents itself.
Yep. And the interesting thing part, right, is when you make a choice like this, you have to be pretty objective about it, right? Meridia seems like I would say going into Turian is kind of like the more obvious choice, right?
Yep.
But like. Sure. Let's say results aside, regardless of where the Metal Pirates are, right? Like going into Criteria here is not that bad. It's reasonable, right? It's just there's more reasons to go to the other than this one, right? But like it is reasonable to go into Criteria, just right. It's not like it's a
leave. Sorry, he didn't leave the Metal Pirates, did he? Or no?
They're still trying to find it. They're still trying to find it.
Oh, I thought I saw a bunch of X's in that previous room.
Mother.
I guess it was Mother. Okay. I thought it was like 6 tiles. Sorry, my bad. But Metal Pirates is actually only like 4 tiles, anyways, right? So.
I think it's 3. I want to say, 3? And then it has the door locks, tiles. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 tiles, door lock. Okay. Just making sure. But you're saying like that Criteria is not even that bad, anyways. You said.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, right? Criteria is just like it's just like 2 more rooms, like, and they're not even long rooms necessarily, right? And it's a little bit faster in the sense that if the boss was here, then you end up right next to Mother Brain when you leave Criteria, right? So at the end of the day, it's basically a 50-50, right? But it's not like as egregious as like going somewhere that's like, 14 rooms in the bottom left of the map. You know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
Which is going to cause you to lose like 6 placements. Like, you know, on average, this is going to make you lose like maybe like not even a placement in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, aside from the fact that like it's going to cause massive divergence. So there we go.
Oh, there's
it would have been interesting if Spiffy felt far enough behind to make that play. Right. It would have been very interesting to see how that would have turned out. I wonder how close Spiffy would have been.
But 20 supers, like, yeah, I'm curious how it would have went.
Very interesting though. It just kind of goes to show you that in a 1 versus 1, once again, if this is not a 1 versus 1 situation, if you're playing in a weekly 40 people, right? then you never want to just kind of like go crazy and make the suboptimal decision, because you're causing yourself to, like, maybe you made mistakes, right? But even if you make mistakes, like, you have to think like, okay, I might not be playing for first, but I have to make sure I play well and try to get sixth, right? But if you kind of like just start going crazy, like, you're potentially putting yourself in a spot where you're getting like 13th or 14th in like a weekly with 40 people, right? Yeah. But in a 1 versus 1 situation, it is pretty much like a 50-50, right? It is very much like a 50-50. You just have to pick one. So you can metagame a little bit if you're like, I don't think Oats makes any mistakes. That's a crazy mock ball, by the way, that Oats just did there. That's really hard to do. He's going 7,000 miles per hour. Like, he's actually under control. That mock ball's really hard. I just want everyone to know that that's crazy. It should be illegal for this man to get 2 suits. 2 suits in charge off the bat. That's definitely illegal. Yeah. My man is like blasting through. But yeah, Oats honestly, you know, completely recovering from game 1 and just like really putting on a masterclass for this one for sure. Yeah. And that's gonna make him probably feel pretty good going into game 3, so we'll see. So Oats just heading back. He knows where the ship is. He knows where Mother Brain is. Mother Brain's gonna be standing right outside when you come to criteria. And yeah. Spiffy is just trailing behind.
Yep. He's not that far behind, but yeah, this is he's just a little bit behind. Oats is like you know, every single room with these items, he's gonna like save a little bit of time too. Yep. Nice look, he's just doing all these crazy strats.
That's all hundo stuff right there. That mock ball.
I was talking about how someone was asking me what I thought category helped the most for in terms of movement for randos. I was said I think it's probably hundo. I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think hundo gives you a lot of strats in map rando.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, like, you don't even see so many rooms that when you're not playing hundo. I mean, even hundo, you don't see certain rooms, right? But like, but in hundo, you actually have a lot of strats, like going forward and backwards in rooms, because you have to backtrack through some things. Like you have to do Bryn twice essentially, right? Because you have to come back, pick up all the items when you have the power bombs and stuff like that. So hundo, there's definitely a lot of strats that you employ for in hundo that you can employ in map rando that do come up pretty often.
Yeah. I see GT Classic mentioned, but I ran that category and it felt there just weren't that many rooms. I felt it almost felt like any percent-ish. Not really, but there's just like not enough rooms in GT Classic. I think
it does help though, for sure.
It helps. It helps. It gives you the idea of how to use space and spring, which is like not something you normally do in any percent, right?
Yeah, and you learn how to cook really hard with space plus screw attack and like a lot of LN. Like you learn how to like get through those rooms like really fast.
For sure.
Which are, you know, it's not too hard to figure out like naturally, but it is something that helps.
Yep.
All right, what's the escape timer? What do we got here? The ship wasn't super far away. I'm gonna go out and say 105. What do you think?
Let's go 55. I didn't really see it. I'm just a complete vibe check. And everyone's saying like 2 minutes, so I'm feeling I'm way off.
You gotta go through the ocean, and then you go up a little bit. So it feels like 105 to me. Oh, wow, that's way longer than I would have thought. Okay. It's not that far in the map, but I guess the rooms to the ship are kind of bad, so.
I'm gonna guess 150 gets a flick on the nose. DDQ. All right, who's got it? But yeah, Oats in the escape. I don't think Spiffy will be too disappointed by this. I think Spiffy played well. There's like not. Honestly, it was hard. It's just so hard to beat him this season.
I feel like Spiffy will fully acknowledge that this is a seed where he's gonna have to have a little bit of an uphill battle, because it plays to Oats' strength so much here, and there isn't really much way to diverge other than gambling on the criteria pick. Right. So there isn't too much divergence here.
I'm happy he played his game though. Like I think Spiffy's so good at map randos that he just played his game and was like, I'm still gonna do my normal strat, still gonna go for it.
Yep.
And I can still win. And I think that's like, in the end, if you want to be like the actual best, that's probably just the best way to play.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this map did have some roundabouts to get back to.
Yeah, this Turian map is a little gross to get to the ship.
Yeah. But Oats making his way. Man, here's the thing though, like, I think it's funny, oh wait, we have to see what happens this third seed. Like, it's season 3 map settings, so we don't really know what they're gonna end up on.
Yep.
If I'm Spiffy, I'm banning double shoot so fast it's not even funny. Like, that needs to be gone. But I do think Spiffy would be good on something like, I don't know what Spiffy's looking for. What do you think Spiffy's best shot here? But yeah, GG's the Oats taking game 2 and a bit of basically a linear seed here, and a little bit of a blitz seed, double suit, charge, full beam. Spiffy's smiling. I'm sure he's saying something in the chat.
Yeah, but Oats finishing with an official time of 38:08. Very fast seed. Very straightforward seed. You know, Spiffy at the end of the day still on right on Mother Brain, right? Not gonna finish like way behind Oats.
Not
right?
that far behind. It seems like it because Oats was moving so fast.
Yeah,
but some of it came down to the early game, honestly.
Oh,
like
absolutely, the early game.
If Spiffy one shot the early game, like, is he? I don't know. It's probably very close.
Absolutely can be competitive.
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, it just goes to show that, like, you can never really count someone out, right? And especially someone like Spiffy, he's strong mechanically, right? Obviously, you know, compared to Oats, you know, everyone's gonna look like maybe not as strong as they could, right? But Spiffy is a strong mechanical player. He knows the speed run. He knows how to do this. He knows to do all the tricks, right? But Oats played well. It's not just the pure. It's just Oats muscular, you know, muscular speedrun muscles are the only reason he won. No, Oats actually did play the early game better as well.
No, I mean, Oats played well. Like, he played stronger, I think, in the early game, and like, and you know, and he doesn't hesitate, right? So he got to see. The thing is, you could have messed around a little bit. Maybe you could have tried doing some weird stuff for the items. He was going for a short charge for a bit, but he tried a few times and then bailed. And and like, he just made good decisions. It's so yeah.
Oats asking Spiffy if he went to Turian for criteria. Real quickly. It's cracking me up a little bit. Always has to make sure someone got some sort of like unfair advantage on him, you know.
My man's out of control with that. I don't.
I was gonna have a meltdown if you go to criteria there. If it was not a tournament race, I'd be saying stuff in that race time chat. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But you know, I will shout, not interfere. I'm a professional commentator. This is not my battle. This is a battle between Oats and Spiffy. No, I would never ever interfere. I'm not, obviously it had no effect on the race, but I was legitimately, I gave Oats a lot of abuse for looking. He confirmed with his chat that I was lying in the race time chat. Now that's almost grounds for removal, but you know, I want to see him do well, of course. But I do think mind games are important, and you know, I was employing some mind game tactics. But you did lie. Of course, but that's allowed. This is a battle of wits. So you should be allowed to lie to your competitor. And not get narc done. Spiffy finishing with an official time of 41:41.
Yeah, not too far. So what was Oats' time? So it's about 3 minutes. Yeah. So it's actually quite close, honestly. Yeah. Some of those minutes were part of the early game, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad it's going to game 3, and honestly, I have no idea how their banning's gonna go. I don't really know what Spiffy's looking for. Yep.
Well, we're going down to a game 3. This is really exciting. I'm excited to see what happens, what's in store for us for seed 3. Maybe I feel like game 1, the seed was more tailored towards Spiffy. Game 2, tailored towards Oats. We'll see what we get here for a game 3. We'll see what mode we get as well. It's going to be really exciting, but make sure you stay here and tune in for the final one. This is for their tournament life. All right, so whoever loses the next one is out of the tournament. The stakes are high, and stay right there while we take a short break. Okay?
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. Friends, welcome back to Super Metroid Map Rando. The tournament, winter tournament for Map Rando 2026 between Spiffy and Oats. This is game 3, and we are on the multi-category section with Varia plus movement. Joining me on comms is Emmett, and he can explain a little bit more about what's going on and what happened.
Yeah, so what up everyone? Varia plus movement. So these are the settings from the previous tournament, season 3 tournament. So we had like a variation of settings, Varia plus movement, which movement being like high jump and grab, everything to get you through water rooms. There was double suit, there's no objectives. So there's a bunch of spicy categories or settings. But each player had bans. And very surprisingly, even after we just witnessed the masterclass of double suit Oats, he banned double suit. And that really, and Spiffy didn't ban it right off the bat. So I was a little surprised by that because of how well Oats did. There's a couple reasons there, but yeah, throughout their banning, they ended up on Varia plus movement, which is, and starting right next to Morph. Wow.
Yep. There we go.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, so they have high jump, spring, Varia, grapple, and ice, which allows them to traverse every water room. And by no surprise, we see Everest, which is one of the rooms that you need these items for.
Yep. All right. So,
I have a theory
Everest.
on the double suit, by the way, of why Oats banned it.
Mm-hmm.
Double suit early. There can, if it's not like a giga linear seed, which the last one was, the divergence can actually make a huge difference because you always like end up finishing really fast. I think way back in the day, Eddie, we used to talk about how we thought double suit was like the RNG seed. I actually remember this. I just started thinking about that. If it has a lot of divergence, right? Spiffy doing a little double spring to get out of there. That's interesting. Pretty cool. But yeah, Oats getting early supers here right off the bat. This is
a little spicy for Oats. If there's like a powerbomb door, he could be locked. But we're at the very beginning of the game, so he's just making a play right away. But Spiffy.
Okay, Spiffy. Oh, all right, Spiffy power bombs. Interesting.
Yep. All right, so
yeah, Oats went down a one-way early, huh? That's a little wild.
Saw the item. It's the beginning of the game. I see it. But let's say this top door is a powerbomb door, which I feel like he should check pretty soon because, yeah, I mean, it's not super likely for it to be a powerbomb door, right? But if it is, he can be in a really dicey spot. But he's going down.
Spiffy having a little bit of trouble, but he fixes it and is in good shape. Yeah, they both just have different progression here. Is Spiffy just gonna keep going, I wonder?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the ice. He can. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not super happy with what Oats is doing here. I feel like he needs to go back up, but maybe that's just me.
He does need to make sure he's not locked, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's very important. So I think what he should have done is check the bottom and top door, right?
Yep.
Or for sure the top door. But anyways, he's fine. He's not locked. Probably needed to check this a lot earlier, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it looks like Spiffy, unfortunately, that's about as bad as it gets in terms of being locked. He went over there to the left and went through a slow room and now has to walk it all the way back. Oats is going to try to make his way over here. Ooh, takes a little bit of a hit. And yeah, this is interesting so far. Spiffy is going to go and find his way to the Oats has a higher chance of getting to the map, but Spiffy has a higher chance of like picking up the stuff that he kind of needs right away. Which, you know, there isn't a huge amount considering they have so much loot already at the beginning of the game, but this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. It's possible that Spiffy could even end up in an entirely different zone before even getting this map, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Oats should go through here. I would in this spot, as Spiffy did as well. They do have all the means, and this is in logic with their current items, so definitely very reasonable to go through here.
I like that check that Oats did right there to make sure that that door
checking
wasn't
the door.
there. Yeah, had
Yeah.
Spiffy done that, he would have saved a little bit of time.
Yep, you're right. That's actually really smart. I didn't even think about that. That's a very, very good play by Oats. It actually saves a good bit of time, honestly. That check is very, it's actually a lot better than I would have thought. All right, so I think
Oats took a little bit of damage there, but it should be okay with Varia. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. So
with Varia, you're feeling pretty safe.
Interesting. So Spiffy got hit by the green door, right? Spiffy got hit by the green door, and Oats got hit with the pipe. Oats has a good chance of being bailed out here, but if this is Phantoon, that could be awkward. Okay, it's not.
That's when was, I guess his last save wasn't that far, but yeah, Oats. That's a good play though. I mean, he gets a huge map, right? But
he got the map, but he does have to reset. No, can he go through? He can go all the way through. No, he can't. He has no explosives.
But the
so he is gonna have to reset,
right?
Yeah, he'll have to reset.
Not bad. He just goes right back to the wrecked ship. Right?
So it's not bad, but the problem is now Spiffy's gonna get ahead, right? Because Spiffy is doing all this blind because he has to do it blind, right? He has to, but he's getting all of it. Oats needs to go get his power bombs. So this is where things get tricky.
It is tricky, but I do think this is where I do think if you're a very good map rando player and you have this much information, you should be able to route efficiently enough to make up the time.
Well, was there stuff in the right that was necessary? Because we don't have much to get, right? So where do you have to be after you clean all this up? It's going to be that bottom left Meridia door, right? So Spiffy's kind of blinding the stuff on the right. He's going to get the map, and then I think he just leaves. Now, there is a major over there that it looks like Oats is going to end up getting that Spiffy did not, I think. So there's that aspect to it, but yeah, Spiffy, I feel like, is going to be taking an early lead here for this reason. And Oats is actually having a little bit of trouble here with this jump.
Yeah, he's a little bit of struggles. It's a little more awkward, I think. Is it the same or with high jump?
With high jump, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, I actually turn off high jump there. So it makes sense.
I would turn off high jump there as well. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So there's basically two majors on the right side, right? And you know, they could just literally be like speed and you might be required to beat the game, right? But when Spiffy goes back for this map, he's going to be next to Meridia. I don't think he is going to want to go all the way back to the bottom right for this majors. He's probably just going to go straight into Meridia after this. Oh, no. Wait,
well,
there is a Norfair entrance.
There's Norfair, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's two majors over there, actually, and Norfair entrance. So, well, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
this is interesting. At the very least, Spiffy will probably save, and he's gonna get the major that's gonna be over by the map when he gets there, right? And then he has to make a decision, because if he goes through and commits, that is Caterpillar Room. It's a one-way green gate, and the return route is killing Phantoon, right? Which is doable, but it's a little jank, right? So the question is, does Spiffy just go straight into Meridia? Yeah. Nice. By the way, look at that. See Spiffy? That's him with his rando knowledge. He did a spring ball jump out of the water, right? That's not something that's going to be like on Oats' radar, but Spiffy is aware of stuff like that because he's a map rando main kind of, right? Yep. So
and he did it quick this time. I mean, he just did it instantly. Ooh. Okay, I was like a little scared for Spiffy there because you can get some weird spots where you get trapped getting smashed around, but yeah, Spiffy on his way to the map now. He's doing this ice clip again. Oats grabbing the save.
We're getting divergence. We're gonna get divergence, I think. If we don't get divergence, then that means Oats is gonna be ahead, because that means Spiffy decided he wanted to do Norfair. But Oats has no reason to go to Meridia when he's already over here, and he's gonna grab all the majors. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be kind of rough to traverse back. So I think you're right. I think it could make sense for Spiffy to take this, especially with this save. But we'll see. We see what happens. Oats doing a little bit of collecting here. Finally gets his first E tank.
Yep. So At the very least, we're going to see Oats pick up a few majors here potentially, such as this one on the right, and we're going to see Spiffy get the major on the bottom left that Oats never picked up.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting.
Oh.
Oats, I think he tried to do like a really like a mock ball in the gate kind of thing. I think he was just being a little fancy there, and then
that
messed it up a little bit. Yeah.
15 power bombs now, so you know we're set on that front. We don't have bombs, but it's kind of nice to have a bunch of power bombs early with no bombs.
Yep.
This is a pretty pivotal. Okay, never mind. It's bombs.
So bombs isn't necessary, but it is.
Yeah.
It could be. IBJ could be something that's required.
Yep.
Like if you find ship.
With no speed or space, bombs actually has a few pretty big uses, so it's not completely useless.
This gonna be extra interesting. Not really what you want to see, but okay.
Oh.
Spiffy's double resetting. He's gonna follow Oats' tracks. Okay, so I was gonna say, I think because it's X-ray and it's not really that useful, Spiffy says like, okay, but if that's something you need to keep, then I think Spiffy actually diverges and goes to
for sure.
Meridia.
If that was speed, I think he goes Meridia.
He commits to Meridia, goes through the gate, says I have to kill. If I have to kill Phantoon, I'm gonna do it. But he takes the pivot save right there. But because that didn't happen, this pivot save's strong. So he's right where Oats is now, basically. So not too far behind, and he has the knowledge that is not a big deal, but he does know that's X-ray.
Yeah. It's funny because I know Spiffy does do and know all the X-ray stuff. So for a second, I thought he maybe would keep it and go M. But yeah, I think he's playing a little,
Yeah. But at the same time, in a seed that should go a little bit faster because you could do 99% of the rooms at this point.
Yeah.
It does make sense to like. You're not gonna really want to do like a 3-room X-ray climb randomly somewhere, right? So yeah, the value has dropped for that for Spiffy's like edge on doing that crazy stuff.
With these items, X-ray is definitely less valuable.
Yep.
All right, so he's gonna know. Wait, so Spiffy's actually ahead here, right?
He is ahead. Yep.
Oh, did he blind that other major that Oats had? Yeah, because now Oats has charge as well. Okay.
Yep.
So Oats might actually get that major and go Meridia here, right? There's a chance for that with no speed, no grab.
I think he's just going to Norfair here. Okay. The other one's a little far.
It is a little too far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I just thought there was a chance, but with only one, it's just not enticing enough.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this, right, is Oats is the fast player, right? He's the speedrunner. He's the well-known speedrunner, right?
Yep.
But Spiffy really gained time on him with like a good pivot save. And obviously there was some divergence at the start, right? But a good pivot save and getting through that spin ball room really quick with his tech, right? With the high jump spring tech from the water. Like Oats actually struggled with that a little bit and lost some time, right? So very well played.
Kind of snail.
Yeah, he needs to shoot that snail. He needs to. Oh, he's just gonna bomb it out. Okay,
nice.
Yeah. Taking the soul of that sales health right there.
Oh, nice. Okay. They have Mario, but Shack Tool packs a punch. Oh, okay. Mother Brain knowledge. All right, so we got Mother Brain and Norfair.
Advantage Oats. Look at this. Oats takes the bottom left door in green shaft. He's gonna get the Mother Brain knowledge from the map, right? Because this is the path that leads to the map. Spiffy just chose the bottom right door and guessed wrong essentially. So Oats now in the lead.
It's interesting that he went bottom. I feel like it's a small thing, but I think I would also always do what Spiffy did just because the item is so
exactly
smooth to there. So it's an interesting choice, Oats taking this door, but maybe it was the exact. Oh, okay. Aqueduct now.
In logic, with high jump plus speed, this also could be Phantoon, but Aqueduct
they
logic
do not have speed.
Yep, Aqueduct logic is always funny. This is where the X-ray, right? You go up there, you get rewarded with plasma grav, right? But Ridley, that's 2 bosses.
Yep. Ridley and what was that? Crater Drake. Oh, and look at C and Rex ship touching. And he's checking out the other zone too, maybe considering something else. But
that's Kraid, Ridley and Kraid.
Yeah, Ridley and Kraid.
We're looking for Dragon and Phantoon still.
Yep.
Pretty good chance it's in Criteria and Rex ship, but that's a speed lock.
Well, you can go through that anyway. It's at the top left, right, and always come back. So it's potential, but it's not really a speed lock yet. It could.
It looks really heavily like a speed lock.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's a really good chance you go through Coliseum and there's
it's the green.
It's a really good chance.
I wonder
But
if he'll check.
what other options were there, right?
Oats did tell me recently he sometimes just doesn't check it, which is it's funny he's now doing it, but
Yeah,
he has told me before he does not check this because he just assumes it's a green gate.
There isn't really much else to do. Like the other options kind of suck. So
Yeah,
I
they're
think this
far
makes sense.
enough
It's right
away.
here. Yeah.
Yep.
I think yeah, Spiffy's doing the exact same thing. So they're both coming to the exact same conclusions basically.
Which makes sense, yeah. The other thing was just too far away.
So we'll see. Is this going to be an immediate green gate?
Ready? Green gate.
We already saw one. Oh, it's just, no, you can't do it. You can't do it. You got to turn. This is not the answer. You're locked.
Unless he thinks he can just get through the. No, you can go through the other end.
I don't like this. No, this is it. There's nothing. I don't think.
Well, there's another end entrance to the south. There was the. Or
is there a way out of here?
Well, there's one more end entrance.
They're both doing it though.
Do you see the other end entrance? The C at the bottom there, is that also speed locked?
It's yeah. I think they're both locking themselves. I don't know what's going on here because there's the decor room is at the bottom left.
Oh,
so they're both.
Okay, well if they're both doing,
we're gonna get a double forfeit here. Like what's going on? Like. So,
I mean, okay, well, it's really they're not gonna forfeit, but I think they might start playing very strangely when they're both double speed locked, if that is the case. Unless Spiffy's like, I'm gonna do. No, he doesn't have X-ray. Never mind. He doesn't even really have bailout.
Yeah,
right?
if Spiffy had the X-ray, that might literally win him the game because he could get out.
I hope they don't get bailed out by. I really hope they don't get bailed out by M entrance.
I don't think they can get bailed out. I think there is literally no. Unless there's a loop from criteria to the top, right? I don't see where else you can go. Was there did I miss something? Was there no other door?
I only saw this other Norfair entrance, which I didn't know that was also speed lock. So the
bottom left, you know how you saw the criteria and the wreck ship at the bottom? That was underneath the Cora shaft, the Decora shaft, right? And then the other one was Croc Speedway, and then this was a one-way. So this should be it, unless it goes to the top.
So then they need a Meridia bailout then. Oh, there's gravity. But
well, no.
Spiffy's getting crazy baited, right? Because he's gonna collect everything, not go for map, and then potentially get locked.
Both these players need to go to Meridia. It has to connect to Meridia. I can't believe they're both. They don't realize what's going on.
I'm pretty sure. I am surprised as well. As soon as I saw that one locker room, I think that's an instant reset, right?
The moment you see that it's a
one-way,
double chamber or single chamber, right? You need to leave. You need to back on, go to Meridia, unless you have some way to break, do a crazy speed lock break. Which
unless they have some secret sauce that we don't understand.
I mean, Spiffy already passed up on X-ray, so like I don't know. This is gonna be a wild game. That's all I'm gonna say because. They both don't realize it.
Doing crazy things.
They're both gonna think it's over.
Yeah, they're both gonna think it's over, and then they're gonna start doing insane things. Oh my goodness!
The only way this works is if criteria can loop into Meridia at the top. That's the only way. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see. Oats kind of knows. I think Oats knows what's going on. There's a Meridia entrance.
Oh my goodness.
Dude. It might. It's not over yet, though. We don't know what the Meridia situation looks like, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just gonna say I would not have done that.
Wait, what's Spiffy doing now? Oh, wait. Is he not gonna get that grab? I don't know what's going on anymore, man.
So for those who don't know, right, there were 3 entrances essentially into Norfair, and
okay, here we go.
There are 4 entrances, 2, right? The bottom 2 are both speed locked. The bottom one is a little bit more subtle, but the top one we didn't know until you went in and you saw it was a one-way, confirming that it was in fact a speed lock, right? Now the only way this works out is if you go into Meridia and it loops back from the Meridia from the bottom to top. That is the only way that they'll be able to get out right now, unless they do something completely wild. Like for example, if Oats kept Dragon alive, generating a spike suit off of Dre, like that's something that you can do, or doing like an elevator crystal flash. Otherwise, if Meridia doesn't hook back into the other location, this is a soft lock.
That's
So, yes.
crazy. It's even more disappointing that Oats knew the whole time because he like pointed. He knew. You could tell by his reaction. So he was just he was banking on the bailout. That's wild.
Here's the thing. It kind of. I would not be super. It kind of smells like they might not be able to get out from the other side of Meridia. I'm completely serious about this, right? Like, it just seems like if you see all those speed locks and then a one-way, it kind of feels like they might also be locked out on the Meridia side.
You know why that
might not be the case, but
because Spiffy has saved a lot here, and there'd be a chance that Spiffy would have to like literally start from the beginning.
I mean, I feel like there's a good chance. If Meridia is truly the exit, then it might happen to Oats too, right? I don't know how many times he saved at this point, but
that would be crazy if both runners have to then play from the absolute beginning because of the amount of saves.
I think there's a good chance.
Like a possibility.
I genuinely think there's a good chance of it. What I will say is if it's not, then Oats is in a pretty commanding lead at the moment. The other way we would know is if like you grabbed one of these majors here and it was speed, then you know it all connects. Because there's no way speed would be down a speed lock. So that's like a way you can confirm it. But I'm a little suspicious that you go into Meridia and you may still be locked out. We'll see though. We'll see. Spiffy's committed. Spiffy checked the maps and he's committing to killing this Dragon.
So, did he check all the maps?
He looked back and saw the Meridia entrance, and I think he's hoping that this connects. I think Spiffy might know what's going on here.
Okay, because I was gonna say if Spiffy doesn't know what's going on, then he would he'd probably leave through this entrance and like go to try to hit up W or something, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, what can you do, right? Because let's say it does connect, then leaving behind Dragon was really bad, right? So it's like this is a really dicey situation to be in. I mean, we're gonna find out what happens with Oats. Oats, by the way, didn't get the gravity suit. I think he might be getting it right now, actually.
Oh, he got
scammed a little bit.
So annoying.
I've been employing a little strat there where I spin jump into it. Obviously, if you have screw, you can't do it, but if you spin jump, you shouldn't get scammed like that.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward though, but
Oats kind of has to do this nasty loop for grab, which I think Spiffy saves a good bit of time on. If he decides, I mean,
that's too high.
Yeah, if he decides to do this. Which I'm assuming you just have to go for. I mean, if he's believing that, I wonder if Oats is specifically not saving too much. I don't know. I'm very curious how this plays out.
He might be because he kind of. Well, I'm not really sure. Right? You know, what would be the craziest thing? Like, can you imagine if this comes down to like Spiffy just like trying to do an elevator crystal flash and then Oats just restarts from the beginning? Like, imagine if it came down to something like that.
Like, if Spiffy knows it though, isn't that just his option? Like, he just has to do that then, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's like an elevator. You know what's funny? It's like if you're like really, really sweating and thinking of all the options, like Dragon is a way you can like. That's how people do RBO, right? You use Dragon to get like a spike suit and blue. Yeah, but like that's no longer an option anymore after you kill Dragon. But if it comes down to that, that's so bad because you kind of want to kill Dre here.
Yeah,
basically. So it's. We're about to find out when they go into Meridia. We'll see if they're locked or not. Right? That's gonna be the. This is crazy. Like, I've never seen a race like this yet.
And they're like synced, and they're both double potential lockout. God. I mean, I like almost want. I feel like they need to be locked out here. I wish they are.
They are synced.
I'm just gonna. It's just gonna be tragic if because I'm really curious how they would deal with it. Like, what would be the option? And
I don't know.
Have enough saves. Oh, is I don't know. Check that? You only check that if you think it for sure loops, though.
He's checking it.
That's crazy. Well, so Spiffy. Well, I think they're just on another plane. We don't quite understand. Oh, well, okay. Spiffy's now saved enough to where I know he's here. He cannot. If he is hard locked, Spiffy will have to either find a way out or reset his entire console and load up a new save.
Okay, let's say catastrophically you reset. Okay, first of all, let's see if this is speed.
I'm very angry. Okay,
it's Spazer. That's a one. That's a Spazer.
That's a one-way.
That's a one-way filler item. Oh, Emmett. Spiffy's in Meridia.
Oh my.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Right at the end of the day. If they have to reset, like they're not really that far off from when they would have had to reset in the first place. You know what I mean?
I know they're really not. It's not even
Yeah,
that. But the
but
thing
they
is,
have to re-kill all
he
this.
would have to reset his entire.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spiffy's here first. Are we gonna see a speed lock?
This
You have
is getting
space jump.
spicy.
You do have space jump here. Spiffy's like extra. Spiffy has to extra reset his console, by the way, if he doesn't have like an elevator.
He has to hit reset on that thing like 9 times. He has to like reformat his SNES to get back to the save files to where.
Oh man! All right, climb supers, speed lock. Okay, no.
Oh,
wait. Oh god, like.
Wait, I see a connection to. No, okay, that's a different connection though, right?
So this goes back. Meridia does connect this criteria, right?
Okay.
But we don't know how to get. We don't know what it's like to get to that point, right? So.
Right. I thought it was just bottom right of ocean though, just now.
Bottom right of ocean.
Didn't we just see C?
Did we? Was it at the bottom right? Did it connect then?
I thought it was bottom right ocean. Yeah.
So then it might be completely fine. Well, we're gonna Spiffy's gonna get this Phantoon kill. If it's the if criteria connects there, then wait, no, that's criteria, correct?
Oh, that's where they came from, right? Wait,
yeah.
I'm getting confused. Sorry.
We're looking for a Brinstar. It looks like.
Oh, they need a Brinstar connection.
Oh my gosh, this is Spiffy's ahead, by the way. Spiffy's ahead.
Yeah. This is crazy.
This is really crazy.
We know Meridia connects the Brinstar, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The connection to
speed lock.
It could be speed lock, right? And it smells like a speed lock too. Oats is here's the thing, like Oats has crazy. Was that a 2-round? Good job, Spiffy. That was maybe nasty. Good job.
Nice.
Oh god, when Spiffy gets this map, we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. We're gonna see maybe the look of panic on their eyes. And I have no idea what to think about it.
I'm curious. Okay, Spiffy. I feel like Spiffy starts searching for elevators or something, right?
I don't know. He should know how to do it, but I don't know.
Elevators that work.
You could do it on all of them, but some of them are like I don't think people really know the visual cues, and some of them are way harder. Like you have to do like a super small jump morph. But Spiffy's ahead, but Oats's ammo is like out of control, right? Spiffy's going out the bottom here. Oh man, is it bad that I'm praying for a speed lock? Is it bad?
No, because honestly, don't they deserve it?
Yeah, a little bit. They do deserve it a little bit. Yeah.
Is, I sort of like deserve justice in map randos. so
yeah.
Of course,
if they both have it, right? It's equal, right?
Yeah,
so,
of course I want a speed lock. But I want to see how they deal with that situation. I think that would be really interesting.
I agree. I think they're both going to panic. And you know what's funny? That's a moment where if someone says something in the race time chat like, GG, I lose, then the other person just stays quiet.
Oh, yeah, the other person
if you want to get the advantage, you just don't say a thing.
You don't say anything. You're like, oh, what happened? Did you die or something? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh, wait.
No, I don't.
It's not.
Hold on.
It's not.
It's not a speed lock.
It's not a speed lock.
Bailout.
It looked like it for a second.
Crazy. It did because you said there was a speed lock, but it wasn't going to be. They're actually bailed out.
Okay.
Unreal.
Because Climb Supers was actually right there next to Brinstar. Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, so no speed lock here.
Wow, that's wild. I'm curious. So doesn't that mean? I guess because it's now a loop, we don't know if speed is required, right?
No, I think speed is completely not required unless Kraid is being guarded by it. Oats just like threw his head back because I think he might have known the whole time. Yeah, what was going on? He might have known the whole time that there was a chance for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a crazy situation.
All right,
sorry. So yeah, speed is still required. We just don't know where it is.
Where is speed required?
Isn't it still required down there once you kill? Oh wait, maybe not. I thought with Kraid. But actually, I don't know.
So you see the bottom entrance in Norfair, right? That puts you near Kraid, but you can't get out of Norfair from that direction, right? Because it's speed locked on the other end. But you can reach Kraid, I believe.
Is Spiffy gonna check this major? Maybe not. Okay, yeah, Spiffy just skipping this, which is really good for Spiffy. Actually, it's like skipping that major saves a good bit of time. I think.
Wait a second. Where's Spiffy
What's
going?
Spiffy? Yeah, I don't know what Spiffy's doing.
Spiffy. They need to go to. They need to go. They need to stay in Meridia.
I have no idea what Spiffy's doing. Actually,
Oh.
Does he not know it's a speed lock? Or
No,
are
no, no,
we
no, 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 no. This is
crazy?
it. This is it. This is it. Right. So they just killed Dre. They have
Yeah.
Phantoon dead. We know where the last two bosses are, right? It's Ridley and Kraid. So this is it.
Do they need speed for that or no?
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. So I think Spiffy is going towards Spiffy's going towards Kraid right now, or Ridley, whichever one was on the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah, I completely misunderstood. Okay, so Oats actually does have a good bit more ammo and
He
better.
has a way more ammo. Yeah, and because
Yeah.
look at Spiffy's loadout. This is bad. Spiffy's trying to get a beam. This is Spazer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he wants the ammo because he knows this fight is slow.
this is good
Oh.
though. He gets his 20th super Spazer here. But
Okay,
this is a
so
catch-up
Oats
point for
has
Oats.
the yeah. Oh, Oats taking a wrong turn there. Oh, this is tight.
This is gonna be really close. This is crazy. Man, what an insane seed and what crazy plays they did. I cannot believe they both did that. That's totally nuts.
Okay. So Oats is staring at the map. I think he's not sure what's going on.
I'm
they have
gonna be honest. This map to me is like overwhelming. I'm seeing it and it's like stressing me out.
Okay,
It's
so
just so confusing.
we did see Kraid, right? Did we see Kraid?
Yeah,
I think we saw Kraid.
we saw Kraid and Ridley. I thought.
Yeah, so I know we see Ridley on the bottom, right? But Dragon was down there. So was Kraid the missing piece?
He's doing now. Isn't
If
this speed lock?
Kraid is
he
at the
knew-
top of Norfair. Okay. So Kraid is at the top of Norfair. Yeah. So they need to go to the bottom entrance of Norfair right now. I think both of them are getting confused here.
Which I don't blame them. They're in a weird spot. You're right. They're
Yeah,
speed locked
yeah.
all over the place. They went down a gigantic one way because they're both lunatics, and yeah, like so they're just. In a
Wait, did
weird
he just?
spot, but it
Oats
looks
just
like
said he's
Oats
vibe
knows-
checking here.
I think he thinks that this is a one way still or something, and that's why he thinks he's vibe. He throws that up too casually though, man. I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. But,
Where's Oats going? He
Yeah, I
should
don't
know that the game is over. Both of them should know the game is over. But they both were getting confused here. I want to know if they both kind of realized the danger of going here. It seemed like they were because they were both kind of like, or at least Oats was kind of like, bracing himself and stuff like that, right? But okay, so Oats is heading straight down and Spiffy's behind. So Oats is ahead at the moment.
yeah, Oats is ahead. Spiffy making his way there, but yeah, taking a little bit of time. I think so. Spiffy also got confused. I mean, they both got confused.
Yeah. This is looking better for Oats. It's looking
Yeah.
better for Oats.
He is slightly ahead.
Everything here
Um,
should be pretty straightforward, right? And Oats has 5 more supers.
Yep.
So Spiffy was ahead, like positionally for a while, but kind of
Things might not be able
got
to
lost a little bit.
I don't know whether there may not be a great refill, so we'll have to see how these supers like like he's currently at 18. He has 25 max, which is of course better, but I didn't get a good look at the refill situation. All right, well, Oats is at Ridley, so yeah, he got a. If I'm Spiffy, I check that X, but yeah. With this beam, I think you kind of have to check that X, maybe. No, just
backed
GT right
out.
above you. What is going on here?
Back out. He wants the X.
Ah. Okay, so yeah, there's not a good refill, right? So this
It's a power bomb. So here's the thing. I think he has to do a green gate to get back. So if there's no farm, this could get
pretty
really
spicy,
sketchy. Yeah, then you have to seriously think about how many supers you want to save.
Wow, that's
Reserve.
actually insane.
There might be a farm though. I didn't really get to look, right? But like, let's see how many supers he uses. If he uses not that many, then I mean, this is his standard opener. This is just how he approaches it, right? But if he keeps like 10 or something, then that's something to think about. Yeah, there's no farm. I don't see a farm. So you need to.
Can you farm the bottom of that one room, acid chozo?
There's only the Meta Knights and there's Magdalites, and they don't really. They're not great for that.
Horrible. It's a horrible farm, but it's
beyond horrible. Like really, like I would much rather just not shoot 10 supers here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see how many Oats shoots. If he doesn't shoot any more, then he's not shooting it. Oh no, wait. Oh, but he has 15s. He's waiting till red.
I don't know.
How many does he shoot? Is he shooting all 15?
He's shooting a lot.
How many does he save? Is he saving none? Okay, like however many supers he gets right here, it could be really bad. It could be really bad.
Do you realize that this is the situation, and he's just confident that he'll like first try it?
I don't think either of them realize.
Is this just like a seed of overlookies? Are they just like not? I'm so confused about their approach.
The bottom right door, by the way, looks like it could maybe lead to some kind of farm, but it's actually Frog Speedway. That's the other speed lock.
Dude, I think Oats is just confident. Oh, I'm gonna get drops from Ridley. Oh, I'm just gonna first try.
Oh,
right. That's how it's done.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I just can't believe this guy. Did he? Oh my god, dude. The literal last super. What a monster. I can't believe he didn't leave any for Ridley. That is
I don't think you realized it. I just don't think it's easy to not realize, right? Like, how do you...
Yep.
How often does that situation happen?
The same thing, so... Here we go. Dude, this is
God,
crazy.
Spiffy. Give him some supers. Don't let it end like this.
Though. Ridley doesn't even have to drop supers.
That's a lot of supers. Oh god.
I've definitely been soft locked because Ridley didn't drop supers, by the way.
Yep. That's a lot of supers, by the way. All right, so Oats with a pretty strong advantage here, right? He's got the movement. He's got 5 extra supers. So it's kind of his game to lose at this point. Spiffy, please. Nice, first try. All right, we got a game. We got a game, but Oats is ahead. What a crazy game 3.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane.
This is crazy.
I cannot believe what they have been doing, but yeah, Oats is ahead.
Like this is like I just haven't seen a game like this, right? I haven't seen a seed like this where it's like such a the game is just screaming that you're soft locked, right? But you're actually not. And then like you gotta be able to get glitch back or it's just over, kinda, right? Like there's so many gotchas in this seed. And then the map structure is so crazy too.
The map structure is gnarly. I think it's like a really rough map structure. So I do think it makes sense why both players were like confused a lot of the time. It's just really hard to navigate. But yeah, I mean, Oats is in a good position. He gets to ship refill, so he does have all 25 supers now, and just need to do Kraid and Mother Brain. Spiffy's probably following suit here. So what's the deal here? They have to go all the way through Brinstar or what?
Yeah, so they have to they have to just do a full clockwise circle around the entire world, right? They're going all the way up this ocean room, right? And then they're gonna go find the climb, and then the climb links into Brinstar.
Yep.
And it really did look like a speed lock for a second because the room right next to climb is the vanilla climb supers, which is a soft lock, which is a speed lock. So it looked like it for a second, but it was not. But Oats is looks like he knows where he's going, so he's cooking right now. So if he's gonna have to, Oats is gonna probably have to make some mistakes if he wants to catch up here.
Yep. He's really not that far behind. It's just like just enough though to have a good enough edge.
The problem is like Oats is Oats is fast, right? Oats is fast, and not only that, he's got more supers. So it's hard to ask to see if Spiffy can catch up here, but you know, you never know. One wrong turn or one anything, right, can still cause basically Oats to just Spiffy to catch up, because Spiffy was ahead. Spiffy was ahead and then made a few wrong turns and got Oats significantly far ahead as he made the detours. Their speed. No, that's X-ray, right? Yeah, that was X-ray. Yeah, that was X-ray. Yep. And this is the return path. What probably scared Spiffy from going into Meridian in the first place. Right.
Oh no, there's a refill. So you can just use as many supers as you like. That's why he's not grabbing the farm.
Yep.
You just go right back and refill. Pretty nice, pretty convenient. Hopefully, Spiffy does the same thing. You just want to completely blast there.
Yep. Man, what a wild map structure for that game 3.
It is, of course, unfortunate. I really wanted to see how they would handle the situation. Had it been
I would have loved it.
Speed lock because there was cool decisions. It was like, okay, do I look for some crazy crystal thing? Do I check every major possible if I missed any? Do I reset my console and make a new file, or
legitimately
have a save still hidden? Because I think he saved a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Spiffy had for sure used all 3 saves.
Yes.
So he would have had to do something nasty, or he would have to do something nasty or hard reset.
Interesting. There's this ammo refill right here. They probably didn't want to look, but technically could have saved a little bit of time by hitting that one as opposed to the one behind.
Yeah.
All these small things can make a difference, right?
They do
but
matter.
definitely at this point, Oats needs to kind of make a wrong turn here. It's Shack Tool, reverse Shack Tool to finish and get to Mother Brain, which is pretty funny, honestly.
A little time save. Did Oats do reverse Shack Tool yet? And I think Spiffy did. It might save like.
Oh, yeah. You know, if that was forward Shack Tool, that would maybe be significant. Yeah,
forward.
That would be a serious advantage, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it should be a little bit faster for Spiffy, but not too much.
If he kept it, I can't really remember the situation, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he did, because I think he was forced to like get up and go around the other way. I don't think there was a load there.
Small stuff is important. So like if Oats first, even though I'd say there's like a 0.002% chance of him failing stand up crade, that's like a little bit of a time sink, catch up potential.
And don't forget, like, Oats does have to fight Mother Brain for a little bit. Like, one bad onion ring pattern, right? There's lots of things that can...
He does not have more... He doesn't have much leniency, because Spiffy did opt for the 4th tank. And, Oats is still on 3, so...
But Oats does have the 5 extra supers, and, at this level, like, we would take the 5 extra supers over that tank for the most part.
5 supers is so good here, yeah.
Very, very good
huge
DPS here.
Time save with this loadout. All right, clean crate by Oats. Oats, in real good spot here. Okay, decides to check this X. What are we gonna see? Is it a Baron? Nope, it's a super... Dude, yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's a big deal. I wonder if Spiffy checks that. That's huge.
That's huge, yeah. That's crazy. The double super at the end after Crade, giving him a total of 35 supers. That is nuts. Completely confident now.
You know what he's saying is, oh, look, guys, it's season 4 supers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's benefiting him greatly, complaining. I mean, it's good for Spiffy too, though. Like Spiffy, it's hard to say. In some world, you can make the argument of Oats having 2 less supers. There's way less. Well, there's a little more lenient, a little more
exactly
chance for error at Mother Brain.
It's the win condition. Yeah. Does Oats need to die, or like so? Right now, it's looking like the win condition for Spiffy is Oats needs to die, because Oats is cooking. He's not making any mistakes really.
Yeah. Oats is cooking. It's gonna be hard. Spiffy.
He's gonna get
I was like, okay. I thought he was skipping it for a second, and then
that skip, giving him some trouble. Didn't take any damage though. Both of these fights are gonna be extremely fast.
Spiffy's happy about that. Little thumbs up. I like that. Yeah, Oats cooking though. And he has 31 supers. He can just blast. Wow, what a crazy game 3, man. Still not completely out of the woods. I mean, it's so close.
All right, 30 shots. Ketchup cone out in shot 22. Coming out now.
Easy dodge.
That's it.
Very
That
nice.
is it.
Yep.
All right.
That is it. So we just have
Spiffy
the
right
escape
behind.
mode. Spiffy is right behind.
Yep. And the stand should be clear for Spiffy.
Well, if he didn't revert it, yeah, I just can't remember it. But
It should be clear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's clear.
All right. So we got the escape sequence. Get your time in. It should be pretty quick, I think. I'm gonna go with 105. $110.
110. Yeah, Spiffy, unfortunately, gonna have to... Getting to snipe all your unmother brain is a little bit rough, you know, in an intense game 3 where, you know, you did a crazy play, then you got bailed out, and then, you know, oh, okay, suddenly I'm in this, and I efficiently did these bosses, skipped W and stuff, but yeah. Oats just cleaning up the game a little bit more. Still surprised at both these players, though. Doing that play, I'm very, very shocked.
All right, so this escape looks pretty straightforward. The path to Meridia is kind of clear. So Oats should be getting to the ship really soon. Spiffy about to make short work of Mother Brain, firing off these 7 supers, and will be entering the escape shortly. Yep, gonna take the rainbow beam, and Oats is heading to the ship. And this is it. It's looking like Oats is about to finish.
A lot of time left too on his clock here, huh? GG Oats brought it home. Yeah, Spiffy a little disappointed, of course. He just beat Mother Brain. Definitely a snipe. I mean, not far behind at all.
Yeah, finishing with an official race time of 44 minutes and 16 seconds. What a crazy seed for game 3. There was so much tension and drama in that one.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, we're gonna let Spiffy finish this one off, and then we're going to send them into see if we can get them for an interview after this one.
Hello.
But here we go. We got the winner of today's match with us today, Oats and Goats. Oats, GG.
GG.
Thank you. That last game
Congrats.
gave me a heart attack, and I kind of took a big risk, but
well, you know what? Let's wait for Spiffy to get in here first. He's finishing up this one because he's actually right behind you. But yeah, there's definitely, you know, okay, we might as well ask you right now as Spiffy is trying to get in here. But how soon did you realize that you could be in trouble when you entered
Double chamber.
when you entered
Or single,
Norfair?
or whatever it was.
I knew immediately.
You knew immediately, okay.
Yes.
Were you just hoping for a connection back into Meridia, essentially?
Yes.
Got
That's
it,
why
okay.
you'll see my reaction when I get to the map. I am very thankful that M is there.
Yep. Okay. Well, joining us is the runner-up today, Spiffy. GG, Spiffy.
Jeez.
GG's.
You know, we just asked this to Oats. First of all, Spiffy, you know, GG, well fought one. This was really entertaining match for all of us to watch.
And that's what it's all about, right?
That is what it's all about. It was.
It's just for the people.
True.
I wanted to ask you, because we just asked this to Oats, how soon did you realize what was going on in Norfair? Because everything seemed speed locked, right?
The seed, last seed.
The currency that you just played, yeah.
Okay. I knew that the Kateria at the top left of Norfair was probably going to loop their speed booster, but I also spied that bottom left Norfair to Kateria as well. And I saw Ridley, but I actually didn't spy Decora.
Yeah. Okay. We were wondering that because we were going crazy because both of you actually committed to going in there and just like committing all the way, including Oats. And I was just freaking out the whole time, saying like they're both gonna reset back to the beginning of the game.
I mean, at least it would have been really entertaining if we both speed locked.
I was
exactly.
thinking like, is anyone just is either of them, is one of their mental just gonna break, and then one of them is just gonna DNF and just turn the computer off or something? You know, I was wondering.
I would have been like, it's over. But it would have been a fun ride there. Because here in my head the entire time I was like the speed gaming channel, Spiffy went the proper way. That was speed at bowling. And we know it's speed locked and we know there's no loop, and Oats is doing all this for nothing.
Yeah.
That's what was going on in my head the entire time.
It was loosely like that. It was X-ray, but like, you know, you were both in the same spot, so it was just really funny. But yeah, we were surprised to not see the instant reset when you guys saw the double chamber or single chamber, whatever that room is called.
Yeah.
I knew that Meridia was above our heads, and to the west a little bit. And I know that there are often pretty crazy connections. So I took the risk. Man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the fact that it's not speed lock, I just couldn't believe it.
Do we know where speed is? I didn't even see.
It was in Turian.
It was probably in Turian. Yeah, so it was just nobody was getting speed. Yeah, the funny thing is, we were talking about how Climb Supers we were wondering if Climb Supers was going to be the last thing to block off the entrance to Bryn. And it's actually Climb connected to Climb Supers, which is the
I had a heart attack initially.
Oh my god!
When I saw it, and then I saw that was the last speed block, and I was like, oh my god, because I saw it for a split second, and I was like, oh no.
I think we saw your reaction. We were actually trying to figure out if Spiffy knew how to do like an elevator crystal flash and was gonna like do that to get out or something. We were wondering if it would come down to something like that. So.
Yes,
I
was hypothetical.
I was prepared.
Yeah,
I was prepared with my 25 power bombs.
I was wondering that if like, okay, so because you saved more than 3 times, so you were in there, you're in the thick of it.
Oh yeah.
So if there was a speed lock, I was wondering if would you have thought about crystal flash, like a crystal flash elevator crystal flash, or no?
An elevator
or would
crystal
you have
flash,
like hard
maybe.
But I think your only option is to turn that console off, right, and like boot up a new file.
No, it's definitely something that I've done before. I'm not practiced at it at all, but at the same time, like I was confident that it wasn't going to be speed locked because not only was Meridia not the way to go in the beginning because you'd have to fight Phantoon on the way back. I figured as much that like we've already seen so many speed locks. The chance of that also being speed locked is pretty slim. And the fact that the world is just one giant circle with Torian in the little corner just kind of... I did the tour de Zebes today.
The logic probably wanted us to do what we did, and I hate that.
Well, it's hard to say.
You guys had charge, right? I think you guys
had charge, yeah.
Early. We did have charge. Okay, so we could have played it either way.
Yeah, I thought we thought Spiffy was going to go into Meridia, but then he actually had a pivot save back to the majors on the right side, so he pivot saved and ended up taking the same route as you.
That was a very back and forth because the X's really like brought me over here too. Like 2 X's, E-Tank, 2 majors, yeah.
Y'all were passing each other the whole time. Like it was just back and forth the entire time, which was I mean, you guys essentially did the exact same thing, which was insane.
Yeah, you dropped down too.
You guys did the like same thing basically.
You dropped down after the fire fleas at the top right of Everest. Yeah, I just committed. I was like, this is gonna be a super, and we're gonna have a super door here, easy peasy.
Yes. Well, okay. Actually, Spiffy didn't do that.
You guys had a different early game.
Slightly different early game.
He got the power bomb
more.
You got the
before doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
But then Spiffy did it later. But yeah, I don't know if you had map at that time. I can't remember.
I didn't like my early game at all because I said, if I just went up the elevator and grabbed power bombs, I could have left. But that also may have brought me to Meridia. But maybe Torian looks fine. Honestly, maybe Torian is easy and speed is right there, because when I committed to going, I killed Phantoon. I did Spiffy do this as well, ran all the way back through to Criteria, to Norfair, on the bottom Norfair to kill Ridley.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys
I felt so bad about that.
That was the way
I didn't spy the Decora. Honestly, if I knew that was Decor there, if I just paid a little bit more attention, I would have actually routed Ridley in right after Dragon.
Same.
Or right before Dragon.
Yeah. I was screaming. You know what's crazy is Spiffy was positionally ahead for a long time, but he took the wrong. You both kind of like were getting a little confused, but Spiffy was definitely positionally ahead after the Phantoon, right? But then he took a wrong turn, and then you got past him at that point, and then you maintained the lead afterwards. So it was like it truly was very back and forth between both of you, and we're all not even sure if there was a chance that you would even be able to beat the game. We thought maybe there's like literally a chance it could have been like a permanent, like everyone just has to start a new file. So we were like, oh my god, we were rooting for that because we thought it would have been amazing, and you guys would have been.
I would have felt so deflated. It would have been over. I would have just.
We're talking about how like if it might come down to like Oats might say like, oh, Spiffy, it's over, and then Spiffy just has to not say anything if he finds out he's locked as well to have that mental advantage.
Oh, something bad happened. Sorry, man. And then I really feel bad.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more question about the at the very end. I don't know if this is another thing we're panicking about, but did you guys realize the green gate situation on the way back from Ridley? Oats, you nailed it on your last super.
I know. I didn't feel good about it, but I didn't even want to look at like what I would have to farm, or if there was even an opportunity to farm.
You would have had to farm like the Meta Knights in Acid Chozo room, or the Magdalites there.
It would have been really
not
bad.
an option.
You could have done Croc if you really wanted.
Oh, great.
That's
Croc
true. That's
like
true. You
one
could do
super.
Croc.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. I've
Do
definitely
Croc
been
for your
soft-locked by
runs.
Ridley, by the way, dropping 0 super. So I was absolutely shocked you shot every single one. I thought you'd maybe save. I'm like, well, Oats believes in himself, so he'll save 1 super at least. But no, he slammed them, dude.
Yeah, you both.
It would have been
you both
nice.
slammed all of them.
Absolutely.
If we found Wave, that would have actually been a really fun route, because maybe we would have been bold and just went through and killed Ridley right there down the sandpit, you know? But
Absolutely.
we did not find Wave, so.
Yeah, just having that weak beam power is pretty rough. And I was absolutely aware of that green gate glitch, and I've been practicing up on it, and I was confident I was gonna nail it.
Yeah, I did first try it. That was sick.
I'm just more shocked that you guys were confident that Ridley would even give you anything. I feel like that's not. I don't think that's super like consistent. I think Ridley can. What's the average drop for Ridley? Like 2 supers? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we do just fight Croc here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, all you need is 1 for the green gate, bro.
Yeah, just don't miss.
You're right.
You're right for me, but yeah.
Ridley sometimes doesn't drop that 1, man. That's all I'm saying.
Play for the situation where you don't get 1.
And then he
Howard
doesn't drop
play.
any either.
All right, so
Man, at this
how
point,
about
you just got to roll the dice.
No,
you're
you guys-
game 3. We're
you
neck
did
and
it.
neck. It's me versus Oats.
It was close.
I have to
you're
full
right.
send it. There's no other thing. There's no other way to go about it.
Well, you're right. I loved seeing it. I mean, it was crazy, but it was sick.
How about this game 1 where I made 0 progress?
Yeah, that was that was
Thanks for the
interesting.
handicap, Oats. Appreciate it, bro.
I didn't like committing to the Norfair map after I had already seen all that, so I was just going up to Meridia again, and then I told myself, well, I'm just gonna keep going, and then I'll probably get Phantoon on the way back, and it was just the worst everything possible.
I think. Well, the first seed, to be honest, like you did not look like yourself. I will say. I think like you cleaned up a lot on seed 2 and 3. You just made it. I mean, there was just like random stuff. I was like shocked. I'm like, man, I like never see Oats miss like half of this. But you're like falling down fish tank and stuff. Like you were having issues for sure. And I don't know if that affected like your decisions or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Contra 3 speed
My
running.
brain was warming up a little bit. Took a while.
Yeah. I mean, you picked up, of course.
I will say Spiffy also was not in the greatest spot because he also tried to get that map initially and also took a death. So he resorted to sort of blinding a lot of Norfair. So you were definitely in contention even with a bunch of those deaths, but at a certain point it got bad. So
yeah, because you scouted Phantoon early, right? So you had that info and you did find Grapple, but Spiffy, he went for a map a few times, but there was like it was so far and the death at the end. So Spiffy's like, I'm just gonna go through Norfair and blind it, which was fair.
He got a few tanks in speed. So
he was there for a long time. I think
it was a long time.
Spiffy had about like 32
You know what's a bummer?
left Norfair was.
The yapping maw is what did me in because I was farming so I could do fast pillars. And then the yapping mug grabbed me into
you.
the acid, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna, this is probably fine. There's still other zones, and I got grapple, but it was not fine.
Yeah,
it was indeed not fine.
The truly shocking thing is, Oats, you were, even with all of that, because of how it played out, you were oddly not that far behind. You were actually just about, as soon as you get Norfair map, it's literally just Ridley and Mother. They're all everything's just next to each other.
Oh, I don't think you got
bummer.
to see the end of it. They're actually all right on top of each other next to the map.
Yeah,
so you were at the end of the game.
Then I run back to Meridia, because at that point I had already seen Phantoon. So then I grabbed Grapple, and then I go back to Meridia, kill, and then I run back, don't I? Yeah.
It took you a long time to get back to Phantoon, which we were a little surprised about.
Well, so that's because I didn't have Norfair information. So I figured there is probably a chance I'm going to find, good items. And the issue is I get into wreck ship, and I was like, maybe this is what the game wanted. And I know it's just a long straight stretch. When the map is super far away in wreck ship, it's just a straight stretch. I was like, I'm just going to go grab this map. It wasn't the greatest straight stretch, but yeah, it was bad. Like, probably not the greatest decisions. I should have probably just killed Phantoon here and got information immediately.
Yeah,
but it just felt bad.
The definitely the winning play is you just nail the map first try. But both of you did actually struggle to get the map. Spiffy's solution was to just find resources in Norfair and then come back for it. And then your solution was to just go up and do something else, which did burn you, because that information was very, very crucial.
Yeah, because the game ends in Meridia then, and then you run back.
Yes, exactly. So we were assuming both of you were feeling very uncomfortable with what was going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I just wanted to get the game done with at that point. I was like, Spiffy, just finish her up, and then let me try game 2. I was deflated.
Yes.
We see Oats. I didn't know. Spare me. There you go.
I did
Thank
say
you,
spare
sir.
me, please. It was bad. No bosses done. It was
I'm
like
checking
50
way
minutes
too
in.
hard over here.
Yeah, he ended up in wreck ship, so he did that whole loop through Rinstar only to find his way back into Meridia, which is all you skipped all of that Spiffy.
It's all
so.
speed locked.
Absolutely.
It's heat. I can't get to the map. Yeah, it's unpleasant.
Exactly. Game 2, I don't know how you felt, Spiffy, but Oats, I think it's very hard to beat Oats in that seed. He kind of played everything nearly perfectly there. Like, if it's a weekly, he might win that weekly kind of situation. Is how I felt. It was really.
I was thinking about
clean.
that second seed, right? Because you spawn right in, what is it, Morph Ball?
Yeah.
Right there. And so we get the map. It's not that far away, right? And so I see the majors. I grab the tank. Well, before I grab the tank, I try to get Spader. Maybe afterwards. And I end up trying to get Spader. I get bonked the first time, and I reset. And then I try again. I reset.
Yep.
And then the third time around, I'm pretty sure I went past Spazer to go get the other majors, which was speed.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, okay. I bet I can do it now. I have an extra super, and my super just on the way back from speed to get Spader just whiffed. Just completely whiffed, and I bonked the dragon, and then I die on the way back out.
Yeah. It's a rough early game. It's a little tricky, and like one misstep is pretty punishing in that spot.
I didn't want to take that risk early, so that's why I just went up and then grabbed that major E-tank. I was like, oh, this is probably Morph, and then we'll see what this is. Maybe I can get the Hatarubi thing, but I tried getting the Hatarubi item, but if we had Spring, you can do that. But I couldn't quite hit the second block, so.
Yep. That was after you got Varia and everything. You took a little bit of a lead on Spiffy at that point. Yeah, but I think Spiffy actually maintained his distance like pretty well, even though you were moving really good. So we were pretty surprised to see, because you were moving really fast after that, and you had the early game advantage. But Spiffy was doing a pretty good job keeping up from that point on.
I felt bad about my early game, so I knew if Spiffy played it really well, I needed to make up ground on movement. So
we were wondering if there was a chance that Spiffy didn't feel like the early game went well for him, and if he would gamble on the criteria thing, because this is a one-on-one. So if you do feel like you're in trouble there in a one-on-one, like that is like a legitimate gamble you can play on.
That's what I thought he was going to do.
He said that in the chat too.
Yeah,
he would have,
because he said he shambled or something. And I was like, oh great, he shambled. He's going to C.
You know what though, Oats, I'll be honest, even without shambling here, me personally, I mean, I think most players, if they respect, I think when I've talked about this, when there is not many decisions to be had, and you have double suit and you have all the movement, I think it's like you don't generally do this, but you do have to think about it being you with these items. So like, I think even if I
feel like
played
an Oats seed.
perfectly, I was like, even if I'm playing perfectly, I think I'm still losing the Oats. So I probably would have went C, and Oats would have been fuming maybe.
I think that's a legitimate play in this specific scenario because it's linear too. Yeah,
because there's times where I think I just can't beat certain people in certain seeds. Like,
in this situation though, you do get kind of burned because it's really tough. I didn't know what room was before Mother Brain, so that's a tough short charge to hit.
Yeah.
I think anyways, right? That's a fairly tough one. Maybe not with the extra runway,
for
but
which way? What we're trying to go to where?
It's the Torian Idor room into Mother Brain. So we got ice and plasma. So that did help us avoid having to like spike suit or we just had a solution. So once I saw ice and then plasma, I was like, ugh, this might actually make me lose if I run this back. But I didn't know. I wasn't confident in the 4 tile before Mother Brain. So
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Spiffy, it seemed at least that you were still just playing confident and playing your game. It didn't seem like you made any like rash decisions because you're facing anyone.
We weren't sure if you were thinking about that as an option or if you just like weren't thinking you're just gonna play your game kind of thing. We assumed you were just playing your game, or if it crossed.
Yeah,
we weren't sure if it crossed your mind.
Honestly, because of all the early shambles on Spazer, I got Spazer at 11 and a half minutes, by the way. That's how bad it was. And by the time we ended up getting Varia and then circling around to get Gravity all in the same zone, I'm like, okay, well, I probably lost this one. We'll just go ahead and go next. But hey, you know what? We might as well play our best game. Let's get some practice in. And then honestly, if I thought about making a rash decision going C, I would have taken that, I think.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it would have been interesting. It would have been maybe, I don't know how the game would have played out, but it would have been kind of cool to see.
Depending on how Mother Brain would have went the Zeb stuff, it would have been a very close match. Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, like watching all 3 of these games, these were great games. I really, especially that game 3, there was like we were just shouting. We're like, Emmett, what's going on? Like, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna have to reset everything? The green gate, and it's like at the end of the day, it was like lead changes. It was a very, very, very.
You guys
good set.
clutched out so much stuff too.
Yes,
though. Like you guys are both in moments of absolute clutch. You guys did like clutch a lot, so that was really sick to see. The green gate was crazy, even after all
amazing.
that, all the speed lock. I'm like, well, they could just get owned here by Green Gate, and you guys both killed it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, good job, Spiffy. It seems like it was entertaining. I was fully ready to lose there and make up excuses, but now I don't have to. So thank you.
You're welcome.
We can put those away in
we'll
the
spare you the crash out today.
Yeah. But yes.
But you would have crashed out hard if I went C on that second one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. I would have definitely been a little bit annoyed, but that is what it is. And it makes a good point, like, if he's worried about, if it's a linear seed, right? He knows that someone, like, even if I'm shambling, like, you don't know. You have to assume the best in your opponent, so.
Yeah. That's just how I view it. I do think it's, like, fun in a 1v1 situation to, like, try to play versus your opponent, right? Even if that's not really correct, I think it's like a fun thing to do in that
1v1 dynamic. Yeah, it's a little bit different than a weekly. So
yeah, absolutely. And on that last seed too, we're doing season 3 settings, and the final choice came down to Grav 9+1 or Varia plus move, and I'm like, do I really want to challenge Oats to a gravity start seed? I'm like, this is, I don't know. There's that last one, even though my shamble was really, really close. So I thought about it for a hot second. I was like, you know what? Let's just play with our strength.
Yeah. But honestly, like, you're just great showing from both of you. Obviously, Oats is going to be the one to advance. With Spiffy, you put on like an amazing fight. This is a really, really good series. We were really happy to see it. So definitely did a great job.
Entertainment for the people.
Yeah. Any last things that Emmett or Spiffy or Oats, any of you want to say? Otherwise, I can take us out.
Yeah, I just appreciate the commentary. Thank you both. Good luck on your match as well, and Spiffy, good luck in the silver brackets. And yeah, it was fun playing you.
Heck yeah, man. GG's to you too, man. You're one of the reasons I even started playing this game like competitively. So always good to go against you. And thank you for Eddie and Emmett as well for commentating, and also Horse Girl Esports and I guess Lunix for tracking, 2 trackers. But yeah, it's really, really fun. Great to always go against, the top dogs and see what we do. I'll make sure to say hi to your buddies, Andy and Emmett down in Silvers for you.
I don't know about Emmett down there.
I just had a slightly tragic game versus Techno. However, I played very well. I'm happy with it, but it was the overlook on. I overlooked bowling really bad in game 3.
Making it awkward here.
No.
Awkward.
I'll say hi to Andy then.
Right,
no,
yeah,
Andy's out too. No, no. But yeah, GG's guys. It was a lot of fun to commentate, and yeah, congrats to Oats taking it, and good luck to Spiffy in silver. What a monster to have down there in the silver bracket. So good luck to them. All right, Eddie, take us out of here.
All right, that's it for this series in the lower bracket of the gold bracket. So Spiffy still in the tournament, is going to be playing in the silver bracket. Definitely going to be a strong contender to win it all, because everyone at this point is extremely powerful and strong. So we have Oats continuing on into the lower bracket, making the lower bracket run, is going to be facing the winner of Sponge and Derp whenever they end up playing. Then after that, we'll see if he can just, make the run all the way to the end. But that's pretty much it for us today. Thank you all for watching. This was the lower bracket round 6, best of 3, 2-1 to Oats. And thank you all, and we will see you next mission.